boy.
What up? Good Monday.
Welcome back.
Thanks. What'd I miss?
Nothing.
I believe, well, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
I was really worried that Brandon wouldn't be here today.
No.
Because you scared him off.
Well, I had two stories in the club. One was about Una up tops. Apparently there's a condition where the breasts are merging into one. And I had that, and then I had a penis story, and I couldn't do it to him. Like, I felt all show long that there was just there. I think he was dreading getting to 6, and I got there, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it. That's called maturity. I was evolving.
Part of me doesn't believe you.
No,
I don't believe it either. Still,
no, it was there. I thought the Una up top was really going to get him.
What did you cover then? Wholesome stories?
Yeah, no, I think we talked about Fanatics Fan Fest is going on, and
I saw that.
I hate Fanatics. That might be like they're the spawn of the devil. Like it's
really?
Yeah.
Fanatics
is it's
Why?
now like the biggest sports company in the world. They make all the fan gear. If you go to NFL Shop and any of the major professional leagues and you go to buy their stuff, it's a Fanatics experience. So it's Shop MLB, a Fanatics experience. They actually make the jerseys for the NHL, and it's the worst company. They're absolutely dog-ass. And so they've created this Fanatics Fan Fest now where they're just paying all these athletes to come in to get a photo with Jalen. You know, just to get a photo, not an autographed. You know what it was to get a photo with Jalen Brunson?
Well, he's definitely the man of the hour.
He's the man of the hour. He was tied for the most expensive
photo?
One. A photo.
So, like, if I saw him on the street and he was nice enough to snap a selfie with me,
yes,
it would cost me nothing.
Yes,
but I get that for $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
$1,000 to take a photo.
Right.
Yeah, and then like Tom Brady has fake beef. Like Tom Brady's involved in this.
I saw that. So he slapped Logan Paul.
Yeah, at FanFest.
Why did he? So this is obviously a bit, right?
Yeah, apparently Tom Brady, Fanatics, and WWE are teaming up for something. Is
that real?
That's real. It's real.
So we're gonna get a Tom Brady Logan Paul fight.
It appears that it's heading some way to that.
Listen. I was no huge Tom Brady fan.
Yeah.
Respect the hell out of the guy.
Yeah.
But
this makes
Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
You're worth like $500 million, dude. Fox is paying you $300 million to be a crappy broadcaster. Like, you're selling all your supplements, and really now we're fake beefing with Logan Paul. I mean, come on. So
he should be above that goober.
We talked that, and then Sotheby's this last week had their big. Ooh. I guess every year they do a big kind of memorabilia, like movies prop auction. So we talked about some of that. I kept it.
Oh, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Brandon, are you happy?
Thrilled. I'm happy you're back.
I can tell. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, who's the NVIDIA bro? Jensen Huang.
Yeah.
Someone bought his, he wears that black leather jacket.
Beavers, how about that?
Always.
Yeah. So someone bought his black leather jacket for $1 million.
Why?
I don't know. So that's just.
Couldn't they find out what kind of jacket it is and buy that?
Yeah.
Buy it for that?
Yeah.
Like maybe, I don't know. What do you think Jensen paid for his?
$200? I don't know. $300? Is it?
It's got to be more than that.
I don't know. Who wears a leather jacket?
Well, he does.
And it's not like
worth
he's
billions.
Yeah. Well, apparently $1 million. They said it broke the record for CEO memorabilia. Someone spent, I think it was $350,000 for Steve Jobs Birkenstocks. Like, I was just, what are we doing? Like, I'm all for.
What are you gonna do with that coat?
I don't know. This is my thing. Like, it
just proves there's too much money out there.
That was my whole thing.
People have too much money.
We're living in a world now where seemingly everyone says stuff's too expensive and no one can afford anything, and yet
there's a guy paying $1 million for a worn leather jacket.
Yeah, and they were saying like over the last 5 years, which seemingly is when things have gone to hell, right? It's like after COVID and people are struggling. Like the memorabilia market, it's exploded. Stuff that was selling for
wonder why.
Stuff that was selling for like 10 or 12 grand 5 years ago is now selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we've talked about that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's nice. Giving Brandon a break.
Yeah, I gave him a break.
Yeah, Brandon. So if you don't know Brandon, he's not so young. I always want to call him young Brandon.
No.
But he's also not so old. So he's not so young or old Brandon.
Good, nice in between.
He's our fill-in when Steven's gone. He's in Tahoe. And Brandon, I think, is a little uncomfortable with the cut of our jib.
Well, he's very wholesome.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It happens.
I'm slowly getting used to it.
Yeah.
But like, it
We
might
are
take
an
a year
acquired-
for me to get used to it.
Correct. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, we're acquired taste. And sometimes not a taste at all. Sometimes it's like, wow,
Yeah. Sushi isn't for everybody. We get it. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
So
Brandon, so when I was out on Friday, the thought was, oh no.
yeah.
Souk untethered and poor Brandon over there.
And I could feel the tension.
There's nowhere to run.
No. I could
There's
feel
nowhere
it.
to go.
I felt some
There was nowhere to
nerves.
hide.
And I couldn't do it to him.
Well,
I couldn't.
that is growth on
Yeah.
your part, and for that, I'd like to give you an applause.
Yeah.
And so would the studio audience.
You know, we
Nice
thought,
job, Sue.
do we go down robot hookers? Do we go down the Una up top? Do we go down a flesh-eating penis disease? There's a lot we could have done, and I didn't. And I didn't do it.
Good.
We left it alone.
Thank goodness Joey went way over time, or else we probably would have had time in the clock for that.
That's
Thank you,
also
Joey
true.
Harrington.
Blame Joey.
Yeah, we were way off the clock, so then it was easy for me to kind of shoehorn it in. And then, right, Gazaway, the KATU investigative reporter, he came on
Oh, yeah.
because we had the term sheet that was delivered.
terms.
Yeah,
Terms have been delivered.
yeah. So he came on,
And
and
no one's happy about it.
no. But we talked about the terms while you were gone. And
Okay.
at the time, it seemed like the terms might be somewhat reasonable. And then Jason Quick came out today and was like, bitch,
The
no,
Blaze is saying
Bah!
no. Yeah.
slapping it.
So we're negotiating.
Yes.
Still.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to cover that today probably.
So Humperdinck, Mary Buttercup, a little less than half an hour. I think that's what you missed.
Yeah. It's that time of year. Well, listen, the World Cup's over. The Open Championship's over. Like the majors.
Yeah, we're officially in the dog days.
Wait. Is there an August major?
No, this is it.
They changed that, didn't they?
They changed it.
Yeah.
The British is the
That's
last
right.
one. The
Yeah.
PGA used to be the last one.
Who won the PGA? Oh my God.
That's because no one cares about the PGA Championship,
I'm
which is
blanking.
why they moved it.
Aaron Rye.
Right, that's right. That's right. So we had, wait a minute. Okay. Oh God.
The Masters is first.
Rory won the Masters.
Yes, he did.
Rye won the PGA.
Yes.
Who won the US Open?
Former Duck.
Oh, Wendy.
You don't remember that?
No.
That was just.
I know, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then the Open is my man Ryan Fox with
Ryan
his little
Fox.
pot belly.
Yes.
So that's over.
Yeah.
World Cup's over, but
we do have the FedEx, so I mean, I guess you have.
what is? Oh, the playoff.
You got the playoff. but-
Playoff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't forget about the 3M.
I forgot about the 3M.
That's this weekend.
And I will continue to forget about the 3M.
Open champion Ryan Fox is already withdrawn.
Oh, shocking.
So but I was reading today that so we're gonna have to cover all the businessy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of wrangling going on with the Moda Center, a lot of wrangling going on with the college football playoff.
If you want to know where we're at, so I wanted to see this. I clicked on ESPN.com, and
no.
the lead story.
Is it Logan Paul, Tom Brady?
No, it is not. I kid you not. How did Delman Young turn into 71 WAR and counting?
Delman Young.
Yes, and 71 WAR.
I have a question, and it's going to be a stupid one.
Ask away.
Who is Delman Young?
He apparently plays for the Baltimore Orioles, and he has a WAR of 71, and it's counting. And that is apparently
WAR
the
is
lead.
wins above replacement.
Wins above replacement.
He is. All right.
That is the lead story
I'm actually mildly intrigued by that.
on ESPN. So that breaks down. It's breaking down famous MLB trades, MLB trade trees ahead of the 2026 deadline. So there you go.
Yeah.
And then the other story that was the lead across non-ESPN platforms is that Ryan Clark got fired today. So
Oh, good.
yeah,
I
that's
was
it.
tired of him.
Well, I think everyone was tired of Ryan
He was on
Clark,
ESPN?
including ESPN. So yes, get ready for a really obnoxious, self-righteous podcast coming to you
Right.
with weird brooches and seemingly very expensive suits.
Maybe he'll have Diana Rossini on there.
There you go. Hey, speaking of such, at the Fan Fest,
We have news?
we have news. We didn't know this, so I was going over all things Fan Fest. Diana Rossini has a trading card that apparently is a very hot item at Fan Fest.
Trading card?
There's a Diana Rossini trading card apparently, and now people want it. I don't know why, but the Diana Rossini get graded PSA whatever 7 is a hot commodity there at FanFest. If you've ever wondered, do you have too much money? The answer to that, yes, if you're looking to buy a Diana Rossini rookie card.
Is this the first Fanatics Fest?
No, they've done it for a bunch of years.
Have they?
And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger because that.
So what do you do? You just go and get autographs, or you listen to the players talk?
So they have autographs, they have photo opportunities,
Panels.
They have panels. Like the big one is like all the guys go and they do different. the big one is everyone goes and like throws pitches. Like Justin Bieber and Tom Brady were throwing strikes. And for some reason, Justin Bieber took his shirt off.
Well, he always does that.
But why would you take your shirt off to throw pitches? Apparently, like
anybody that ever takes their shirt off likes their own body.
That's true.
I mean, that's really it.
Yeah.
Or they like their tats. Like no fat ever takes his shirt off. It's like,
well, Bert Kreischer.
Well, but that even he hates that.
Yeah, it's comedy.
It's a bit.
Yeah, it's comedy fat.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell's got a little bit of that too.
Yeah.
You either have to be really in good shape or you have to be comically fat.
Or
So
just odd shape. Yeah.
odd shaped. Yeah. You're like, if you're shaped like Grimace, then you take it off and people call you brave.
Is that where Scattaboo did his backflip?
Yeah, all that stuff.
So what was he doing? Like what is that? Like watch Kim Scattaboo do a backflip?
Apparently. I don't know, people just
That's part of the event?
yeah, it's like Comic-Con, but for sports.
Tell you what, I bet they make a mint off of that.
They
Are there
pa-
any numbers on that?
Yeah, they were saying that they paid a lot, though. It's like the athlete fees on that thing are like tens of millions of dollars.
Well, yeah, because they have to get them there.
Yes.
And those guys ain't coming unless
No.
they're getting paid big time.
No.
Because they're like, what? I mean, they turn down all kinds of stuff.
Yes. But there
But
it's...
to get them all there,
Yeah, they
and that's
party
the
up.
and I will say that's probably the only way they make it work is
Yeah.
you got to get everybody there.
So the Rubin guy, apparently he put on, they're saying probably $90 million to put it on.
$90 million to put it on.
$90 million to put it on.
God.
And tickets were, I think, looks like $750 for a multiple day pass. So the people were paying $750 to go, and then so you pay $750 and then you pay $1,000 to get your photo taken with Jalen Brunson. I think when we were going over it, I think Gronkowski was $400 or $500 to get a photo with him. Who on God's green earth is spending $400
That idiot.
to get a photo with Rob Gronkowski?
Who's Michael Rubin?
He's the guy that owns Fanatics.
Oh, he owns. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he does the white party.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
I always thought that was Rick Rubin.
No, Rick Rubin's the music producer.
Well, I know that, but I always thought he was the one with the white party.
No. That's Michael Rubin, who by all accounts is just a giant douche, but he's worth like $10 billion. And
Oh, so he can do it. Yeah, this says, I went to ChatGPT on this.
yeah,
He has acknowledged they are still in investment mode, and the inaugural Fanatics Fest
Yeah.
reportedly lost about $15 million.
yeah. So he's just spending money because he wants to create, I don't know, he wants to create Comic-Con, but with this.
But they make $13 billion a year at Fanatics, so
Yes.
what does he care?
Well, and it just, I'm always fascinated by companies that everyone hates but are uber successful. Like, I don't know a single person that likes Fanatics.
Well, I
Their
think
stuff sucks. They have the worst customer service, and yet they just keep growing.
Yeah, I would say that most people don't know that Fanatics is bad.
Yeah.
It's just become the way you order fan gear.
Yeah.
Sports gear,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So no one really knows whether it's bad or good. They just know that that's where you go to get your hat or your jersey or
And it's
your.
ass.
So whatever they did to do that,
It works.
it worked.
Yeah. I actually refuse I won't. I don't buy a lot of team gear anyways, but I will never. I'm just done with Fanatics. I've tried ordering a couple things over the years. Not Fanatics, but you have to order through that portal. And I don't think I've ever had a halfway decent experience. So I just punt. I mean, there's entire web communities dedicated. Like there's a Twitter handle like Fanatics Sucks, and it's just people talking about how awful their experiences are.
But what's the alternative?
I don't think there is one.
There you go.
Not buying anything, which is what I choose to do.
And sports fans can't do that.
Yeah.
They can't do that.
No. I'm just like, no, I'm all right. We're like, I'll see a sweatshirt or something. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got to order it through Fanatics. Nah, I'm all right.
It's like Temu.
Yeah.
Isn't Temu the same thing?
I think Temu's like all the Chinese stuff.
Well, I know, but it's the same thing. It's where the masses go for anything, and so where else are you gonna? Like here, we have Amazon.
Yeah, whether it's good or bad, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's what
All
we
right.
covered.
That's what we covered.
That's what we covered.
Sorry, I missed it.
Are you really?
No. Had a great day.
You enjoyed it at a niece or nephew wedding? It's
Yeah.
wedding season.
Yeah. It is wedding season. I have many, many weddings.
Yes.
Coming up.
And you love weddings.
Oh, I think weddings are great.
And we covered that with Joey and I. We talked about marriage.
Yeah. Yeah, weddings.
Love, true love.
I mean, every once in a while you get a wedding that has drama and contention.
Yeah.
But generally,
like a drunken stepdad sort of.
well, there's
vibe to
always
it.
like I just mean like the overall vibe is not
Sure.
good. Like everybody knows they shouldn't get married, and
Yeah.
it's like this weird thing. Every once in a while you get that. For the most part, is there a happier, more fun place than a wedding? No. It's just great. Time stands still.
Yep.
You celebrate the beautiful bride.
Yep.
It's just.
And-
I was out at Langdon not too long ago. It's like, because they host a lot of weddings, and I was on that back practice green just chipping and putting.
Sure.
And there was a wedding. 350 people.
Yeah,
and
that's a big wedding.
I just went in, got a drink, and sat down and watched it.
Awesome.
It was and I thought it was wonderful.
Because you're right. Because even if you're going to a wedding and you know the couple isn't going to make it, and they probably shouldn't be getting married, we all know those. For that one day, it's glorious because all the other crap goes away, and you can celebrate that one day. Yeah, I went on.
That's maybe not the full day.
A half a day. Couple hours.
Yeah, like if you're a guest, it's a couple hours. Unless you go, the reception and dinner. Maybe 5.
I went on a bike ride on Sunday, and down at Vancouver Lake, they had an outdoor wedding going on, and same thing. Yeah. It looked
fantastic. Everyone
was in like very kind of casual summer vibes, like summer dresses, and they had like a flower arch up, and it was, even though it was at a public park, it was very well done, and everyone just looked like $1 million, and they were just having a grand old time, and it was. I
think
fun.
this one was Romanian.
Oh,
not this one. The one at Langdon.
The one at Langdon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some interesting traditions.
Yeah, that's the other one too. If you get some of the Eastern European stuff, you get a little.
It was cool.
Yeah. Well, I've been to some Asian weddings now, and that is very. They have a very specific way of doing it. It's different clothing, and yeah, it's fun to see the different traditions.
Yeah. So anyway. Big full week of shows. Brandon is here. When are you here? Wednesday through Wednesday?
Today and tomorrow.
Oh.
That's it?
Yep. Lowercase will have you for Wednesday.
Oh, LC in the house.
Okay.
Stephen will be back Thursday.
Wow.
Stevie Woke coming back.
I don't know if I want him back.
We're ready to move on from him.
Just kidding. Love the guy. Wednesday we're at the Kingston.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, we got the Timbers.
We're going to be out and about. Yeah. It's going to be hot.
I know. Today was kind of sneaky because it was like overcast but very like muggy. I guess the next 2 days though are we triple digits?
I'm seeing a 4-day heat wave in the upper 90s.
Hey-o.
That's what my weather sources are telling me.
That's hot. That's crotch pot cooking hot.
On Wednesday.
97?
97.
Got a golf game. We're gonna have to tee off early on that one. We got a 9 a.m. tee time. We're gonna beat the heat. I'm not golfing in 97. I don't complain. Well, I don't complain about heat anyways because I kind of like the heat, but I will not alter my activity for less than probably 94. 90 to 94, I'm fine. You get 95, 96, we got to start rethinking some choices.
Yeah, for me, it's over. Yeah, you push 90 on
90, yeah.
I'm rethinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But you get out at 9, you play 9, you're in by 10:30, you're beating the heat. But yeah, you're not getting me. If it's 97, like, hey, you want to go play 9? What time we teeing off? 2:30? Pass.
What I was going to tell you, though, is that NFL, I was just reading today, NFL camps, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Not 1, not 2.
You pulled a Chuck Woolery there. Back in 2 and 2.
Not 1, but 2.
Yeah, well, the rookies are already there.
Not 1, not 3, 2.
Yeah,
so then that's when things start to ramp up. August can be a little weird, but it's ramping up, and there's news and stuff and cool stuff, and we cover football, and it's
stuff's
great.
coming.
Yeah, so only a couple more weeks of this garbage.
SEC Media Days, and so we got more,
Oh, God.
That.
Really?
Yeah.
When's that?
Now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that why I'm reading all this SEC stuff?
Yeah.
Yep.
Drinkowitz making some headlines. Will Stein's big swinging D.
I saw his clip. Yeah.
It was a good clip.
They asked him, well.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We can talk about it later. We should pull that clip.
Yeah.
But they asked him, I think it was like, what do you think, what's going to make the difference here?
Yeah, he asked, because he said they're going to have success, and someone said why. And his response was pretty good.
Yeah, his response was me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Hells yeah, man.
You don't think I know what I'm doing?
Swinging past the knees.
I love that.
Is what that is.
You know what that is? That's a little Dan Lanning swagger. That's where he learned that.
A little something. Got that Kentucky swagger. Hit him with it. Better. You don't know. You better ask someone, Will Stein.
All right. So we have to wrap up a couple things.
Yeah.
From the weekend.
I don't mind talking to y'all.
Oh, Lanning's. Yeah, that just reminds me. Lanning may be coming on fairly soon.
Yeah, we hope.
Right. August.
As far as I heard, I don't think he's told us no yet. So,
no, we'll have him back this year. It'll be fun. He's a fun interview.
Yeah, sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
Sometimes.
What?
When Lanning's feeling it, he's a great interview.
Oh.
Other times, Lanning goes into the prevent defense, and good luck.
What an opportunity.
He turns.
Well, you just got to ask him the right thing.
He turns into a Spain-Argentina World Cup where he's playing for penalty kicks. There's not a lot of action.
You can sleep when you die.
Damn right.
All right, so we got to wrap up two things. We got to wrap up the Open, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I know
I thought it was great.
Many people might not have, but I just think that's the story of Ryan Fox is a story that I think sports fans should be able to get behind.
I very much enjoyed that final round.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that, but let's wrap up the old World Cup.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
Remember that? Came and went.
Yeah.
Gone too soon. World Cup.
Hey, it's coming back.
When?
We're already lobbying for it. We'd have to wait 12 years, but
Who's we?
The United States of America.
Who do you think will be president then?
12 years? God, who knows?
Brandon?
At this point, probably Tom Holland or somebody.
Tom Holland. Isn't he English?
Yeah, he's English.
All right. We will be right back with that on The Fan.
Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, former Blazer and free agent forward Matisse Thybulle has agreed to a one-year, $3.3 million deal with the Lakers. Thybulle averaged 6 points and 2 steals on 40% three-point shooting in 30 games for Portland last season. Michigan announced today athletic director Ward Manuel will step down at the end of the calendar year. Manuel was the AD for 10 years, including a national championship in football and men's basketball, but also involved in the NCAA investigation surrounding assistant football coaches and the firing of football coach Sharon Moore last year. And in the NFL, the Packers and defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt agreed to a 3-year, $57 million contract extension with a $20 million signing bonus. Wyatt had 101 tackles and 16 sacks through his first 4 seasons in Green Bay, but only played 10 games last season due to injury. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom, call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan Sports Network.
Well, turns out Messi just can't win the big one. What a bum.
I think they said at the half, 21 of the 22 players had more touches than him. They just couldn't get him the ball.
Yeah, they did towards the end, though.
Yeah, and
they had a flurry there.
He had a flurry.
But Spain.
That's like if your best player, the most dominant player on the field is a receiver, but you can't block and you can't throw. It doesn't really do any good to have Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
And Spain is suffocating. They did it to the French, and they certainly did it to Argentina. The fact that that was even a close game that went into extra time, I was watching that. Spain should have been up 4-0. I mean,
I feel like we always say that, though, about these matches.
Yeah, but
they miss a lot of close ones.
Argentina didn't have a chance. I don't think they didn't have a shot on goal in regulation time.
No. Which is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spain...
Spain was really good.
And I don't know if it's their it's just their it's like their scheme, or if it's just their players, their collection of players. I know that Rodri, they say that...
and he ended up winning the award for the Golden Boot, the best player in the tournament.
Yeah, and I don't think he scored, did he?
No, I think he had an assist.
Right, and he's the best player in the tournament. That tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, well,
that's like a linebacker winning the Heisman.
They subbed out... they subbed someone out towards the end, and they said that's the best midfielder in the world. And the guy coming in, they said, is the second best midfielder in the world. Like, I mean, honestly,
must be nice.
Yeah, this was just like when the Ravens win a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's all it was. Trent Dilfer and the Ravens offense, and you're like, okay, you won a Super Bowl, but they played an extra game in this World Cup because of the expanded round, and they gave up 1 goal. It's the greatest defensive performance in World Cup history.
1 goal.
1 goal.
The whole tournament.
The entire tournament.
That's never been done.
No.
The record was 2.
Yeah, with an extra game. So, and watching that game, dude, Argentina just couldn't, I want to say it was like almost like 70% of the time Spain had the ball. Argentina couldn't hold on to the ball. Like you watch teams that kind of move the ball around and the other team just kind of lets them. Dude, Spain was up in their crotch. Like, Spain is the definition of like the college basketball, what was it, the 40 minutes of hell with Nolan Richardson? They just full court press them.
Yeah.
It was look, it wasn't an exciting game to watch.
It was not that great.
But watching Spain suffocate people, it reminded me when they played the French.
But it was still very dramatic.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of soccer. It's very dramatic.
Yes.
Because there's so few goals anyway.
And it felt like watching Spain come that close time after time again, you're like, dude, they should have scored 3 or 4 times. And you kind of had the feeling this is the sort of game that breaks your heart because Argentina will get like a cheap one. Messi will do something incredible, and Spain loses 1-0 even though they dominated the game.
That's what I was thinking.
And that play where Spain scored, is it Nico Williams? He didn't score the goal, but he's the guy that headed the ball back to the guy. That whole play was incredible. The fact that the header to pass back and then the guy kicking it like midair, top shelf, dude, that was freaking incredible.
I thought it was cool that the Spain goalkeeper came out and is like, yeah, I didn't do much.
No.
He's like,
no.
He gave up 1 goal.
Yep.
And I think he saved 10 shots.
Something like that. Meanwhile, the Argentina goaltender.
Oh my God, he was unbelievable.
The guy was incredible. He was playing with like a broken hand or finger or something, and it didn't matter. He was Superman back there. And I know that wasn't the most exciting game, and I listened to some of the national guys today, and they were doing the traditional American thing, and I've been guilty of that, crapping on soccer. None of the rules make sense. This is dumb. It was boring. Blah blah blah. I just looking back on that, it's such an ignorant opinion. I really gained a lot of appreciation and love for the game. And
it's a beautiful sport.
It is a beautiful sport.
It really is.
And even though that game was not very exciting, it was 1-0. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that, and I'm proud now that at least I can watch some nuance to that, and I don't have to have the Mad Dog Russo dumb, ignorant American opinion.
Well, I learned a lot about soccer.
Yes,
just watching this World Cup.
Yeah.
So I'll watch it differently, knowing a few things more than I used to.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. And, it's like, isn't the beauty of sport that no matter what the sport is, we can sit back and just appreciate the skill?
Yes.
Like, that's the biggest thing. I watch these guys, and I've watched the Timbers. I've watched the soccer. I grew up playing soccer. I like soccer. I don't watch any of the big boys, right? Like, I don't watch the EPL. I don't watch.
Either, yeah.
So, therefore, I've never really seen these guys in action. And, oh, my God.
It's incredible.
They are so good.
Yeah.
You can't take your eyes off of them.
Yep.
So, I thought this World Cup was fantastic. Part of it was that it was here in the U.S. Yeah. That helped.
It helped a lot.
I don't know what it's going to do for us moving forward. I mean, I think maybe soccer is a little bit more respected in the U.S. now.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure it means much of anything other than that. But I mean, that was incredible to watch. And those guys are so freaking good. It makes you wonder, like, why is soccer so spread out? Right? Like, why not have... Because, like, in the U.S., we have the best football in the world, right? I mean,
yes.
It's our sport.
Yeah.
But soccer is an international sport, but why is there not one league where all of the best players play? And how good would that be?
Well, I think that's why when they do, like, the Euro Championships or the South American like, that's why those cups are so big. And I just think because it's so spread out, it's impossible. There's just too many people that play at a high level. So you can't consolidate. There's just not enough. The demand for the sport is too great, and there's too many people willing to pay. And so it does get spread out. And I think that's why whether you're talking about the Euro Cup or when they do any of the kind of regional championships, and certainly the World Cup, I think that's the cool part, is that you truly have elite talent spread across the globe, and it all comes together. Where in most sports, the talent is really only in one or two places.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like an evil American twisting my handlebar mustache, wanting to make more money.
Yeah,
like if you just had a 30-team best soccer players in the world league.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
it'd be incredible.
It would be more than incredible.
Yeah,
but I get it. They can't.
Yeah.
They're not listening to me, are they?
No, you have the Liga, the EPL, and I think the Bundesliga. I think those are kind of the three.
MLS.
I think those are the three big ones. I mean, I don't know where MLS ranks, but I think I've seen people that have it as like the 6th or 7th best.
That's better than I thought.
It's not really.
I thought it was. Yeah, no, I thought it was way worse.
Oh,
because I just assume there's like 8 million soccer leagues, and I can't keep them all straight. It's a bit like boxing titles.
Oh,
I just don't know.
Boxing titles are rough.
Well, I feel the same way about soccer leagues.
Yeah.
When they tell me a league or a tournament, I'm like, is that big or not? I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's in that league? I don't know. Where are they playing it? I don't know. It's frustrating.
That is honestly.
It's hard to follow. Like international soccer is hard to follow.
Yes.
For a dumb American.
100%.
So I'm going back to football.
I find it.
There you go.
That is one thing that absolutely does confuse me, is where do you watch everything? So according to this is from 2025, they have MLS as 8th. Major League Soccer is 8th.
Out of how many?
Oh, there's a ton. They just ranked the top 10.
All right, well, so we're in the top 10?
We're in the top 10.
Getting better.
And it's 8. But I think you now know that the difference between the top ones and us, it's a Grand Canyon. I mean, it's not even...
So they're saying, so the text line is in.
Yeah.
And I'm being flooded with the Champions League is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But what is the Champions League?
The Champions League is where the champions from
of all
the European teams.
But that's one tournament.
That's one tournament.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, have that be a league.
Oh.
Every year. They play every year. Well, I guess they do play every year.
They do play, yeah.
It's just a different format.
Yes.
Look, I know. I'm American. I'm sorry. I don't understand.
Yes. So that's in Europe. There's 36 teams, 81 total. They all come together, and so that's
So the champ. So if you were to say to me, okay, this is a good question for all you soccer bros out there.
yeah.
I'm an American guy. I enjoyed the World Cup. I don't watch much soccer. The MLS has not grabbed me yet, although I do enjoy the experience of going to a game in Portland.
Yeah.
I think they do a good job. What do I need to watch? Do I need to watch EPL?
I believe
do I need to watch Champions League?
I believe-
What do I need? No, see, I'm not asking you.
Oh.
I'm asking the
That's the
text
soccer
line.
bros.
I'm asking the soccer bros.
Yes.
It's 503-864-6326. Okay.
Yeah. It is my understanding and my very rudimentary, dumbass American knowledge that the Premier League is the best league, period, end of story.
So that's EPL.
That's the EPL. And then if you want to watch the best tournament in
and that's
the world,
on like weekend mornings because they're playing.
yes, in Europe.
overseas.
And then if you want the best of the best, and it's not year round, but that would be the Champions League, where it's an annual football tournament.
When? What time of year?
I don't know.
Well, I
But-
will say
But that is 36 of Europe's top clubs, and they all come together. And
okay. See, that seems to me to be better than the EPL.
yeah, but it's a tournament. It's not a league.
No, I know. But I'm asking for one thing to watch.
Then this.
Then it's the Champions
League, yes.
not the EPL.
Yes.
Okay.
If you had to watch one thing, I believe you would want to watch the Champions League.
All right. Well, I could maybe get into EPL because of the time. Like, I loved getting up early on Saturday and Sunday morning and watching the Open.
Yeah, I've got a couple friends that do that, like on Saturday and Sunday, and they like Patrick Harris talks about that.
Yeah.
He wakes up and watches.
Well,
it.
that's a good time. You got me at those times because I'm never really getting up early on weekend mornings.
Yeah.
So I'm available to watch your stuff. It's never been on my radar.
No.
But the early morning golf across the pond is,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's great. And by the way, how well they timed everything. So the Open Championship ended about an hour before the World Cup final started.
It was seamless.
It was brilliant.
awesome.
And I think that the Open said that if England were in the final of the World Cup,
They would have moved it.
they would have moved their tee times up
Yep.
so that the fans in England could be done and ready to go
Yes.
and be home to watch.
That's how big a deal it was.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So
More sports need to coordinate.
they so next it's in 4 years from now. It's in Spain, Portugal.
What, the World Cup?
The World Cup. I think it's Spain, Portugal. There might be another one.
Morocco.
Morocco. So they're doing the 3-prong thing like we did.
Okay.
But it's mainly in Spain. So the championship will be played in Spain. Like
Cool.
most of the big games were in the United States, but it'll be those three. And then 8 years from now, it's in Saudi Arabia. And I believe I saw today that Trump has already said to his buddy, the FIFA bro,
Yeah.
we want it back, and we want it back as soon as possible. And the soonest we could get it back would be 12 years from now.
Okay.
Because the next two. So
Yeah, let's get it back.
if he has his way, in theory, in 12 years, it's coming back to the United States.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll put a bow on it. The World Cup next, and then we'll get to the wrap up of the Open a little bit later because we got the Gobbler coming up.
Num, 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 num.
Yeah, we got a lot of college football news today.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be right back to wrap up the World Cup next. talking soccer. Now, for those of you that hate that we talk soccer, today might be it for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a soccer show, though.
Yeah.
2 soccer shows on the station, so you got all, get all the guys talking soccer, Timbers and stuff.
Yeah, Patrick Harris has a weekly soccer show.
Somebody said, "Dear Lord, support the Timbers. Get stuck in. You literally are their radio home. They're right here. How is this even a question?" Well, I'll tell you how it's a question. And I hate to say this, I do. But when it comes to sports, I like watching the best.
Yeah.
Like what roped me in at the World Cup was the best players. Like I was, it got me.
Sure.
And I've watched the Timbers. I've watched the MLS. Doesn't grab me the same way.
Well,
So sorry. I know that makes me evil, but
I will say this. I go to the vast majority of Timber games, so I am a fan. I love the experience. One of the problems that we have with the Timbers is, at least on this show, soccer fan in the United States is not sport fan. They are two different entities. And when you try to talk, like the whole point of this show is we always say we cast our net. It's a mile wide and an inch deep. You're trying to rope in as many people as you can. And in this country, when the World Cup rolls around, like you had World Cups that were getting 50 and 60 million people that were listening. That you can talk about. You can't, when we try to talk Timbers, one, neither one of us are diehard fans. And so that you kind of get kind of an ignorant point of view from it there. And when we do talk Timbers, the vast majority of our audience gets pissy. In fact, a lot of our audience gets pissy when we talk about the World Cup. So if they get pissy when we talk about the World Cup, we can't talk about the game where the Timbers are playing the Columbus Crew. You can't do it. You're slitting your own throat. I mean, my God, we said this about the Blazers for years. Everyone's like, oh, you need to talk more Blazers. And we're like, well, we've been on the air for 21 years, and we talk about the Blazers when they're relevant. So this idea that you have to talk something because it's local, that's an ignorant statement. It's just not true. And whether you like it or not, in this country right now, there is not probably a single radio show in a top 25 market that spends a good hunk of time talking about MLS soccer. They just don't, because it hasn't broke through. And when the MLS does, we'll start talking about it. Same thing with the WNBA, all of that. That stuff needs to elevate itself. And just because people go and they watch it in person, or that it's popular from a local standpoint, it doesn't mean that it cracks the lexicon of what people want to listen to. And that's just true across our country.
Well, but he was talking about watching, like
I do.
Well, no, this listener was saying watch it, get into that.
Yeah.
Why would you get into the EPL or Champions League? I mean, hosting the show is a different thing.
Yes.
Just like the World Cup wrote me in. So where do I capitalize on that momentum? I don't think it is the MLS, and I hate to say this, but I don't think that this country is going to now suddenly just watch I don't think the MLS is going to get a huge bump from that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
know.
What is EPL or Champions League. And by the way, most people on the text line are very split about I'm still confused. Should I watch EPL, Champions League? I don't know. But somebody did raise a question, and I remember us talking about this. Didn't they try to make like a Super League over in Europe a couple of years ago?
They were talking about it, and the fans
rioted.
revolted.
Yeah,
like,
so they would not.
you.
So they would not allow them to do it.
Yeah.
Because they just love the current system?
Yes.
So they were actually talking the way I was talking.
Yes.
It's just fans didn't want it.
Yes. And so some of like the local clubs, like there was damn near riots. I mean, like the passion. Think about like when we broke up the Pac-12 and Oregon left for the Big Ten. Duck fan would have like in when that was happening over in Europe, Duck fan was threatening to like burn the stadium down. Like it just wasn't a thing. Like they tried and you can't do it. So yeah, I do remember that. I don't forget who was behind it, but a bunch of rich dudes were like, we're going to create a super league, and the fans and clubs were like, no, you're not.
Wasn't it like the rich owners
Something
of
like
all
that.
the biggest
Yeah.
clubs or something?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I was reading that the Argentina keeper yesterday made more saves than the Spain keeper made for the entire tournament.
He was incredible.
Did you know that?
Well, yeah, I think he made what, like 10 saves all tournament?
Well, the Spain guy did.
Spanish
Argentina guy, he made more saves yesterday
Yep.
than the Spain keeper made the entire tournament, which suggests that possibly you could have played keeper for Spain and they still could have won the World Cup.
Wouldn't that have been fascinating?
Because they only had 11 shots. They only even took 11 shots. Now, of course, you would not save any of them.
No.
So they would have given up 11 goals
Well,
instead of 1.
I don't know, because I've seen some of the shots. Some of those saves are incredible. Other ones, it's just like,
Right at you.
It's right at you.
Hits your head.
I'm pretty comfortable that if you gave me those big mitts, and as long as it within like an arm's reach, I think I could make a save. I wouldn't.
All right,
have,
so they would only had given up 10 goals.
That's a good question. Had you put me in goal, how far could we wouldn't have won the World Cup?
You sure? Spain?
I don't think.
Look at you putting yourself on the team already.
You put me in goal.
You're not winning the World
We're
Cup.
not winning the World
But
Cup.
I bet if you put
but
in
how far would we have gone?
Or like how inept of a keeper
Yeah.
can you put in there and they can still win the World Cup?
Could we have put the American goalie in there, who we all hate now?
Yeah.
Could he have led
Yes.
the Spaniards to the title? I think he could have.
Well, he wouldn't have led them there.
Well,
Neither did this
he
keeper.
could have claimed that he led them there.
This keeper even said, he's like, I didn't do much.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do much.
Well, again, think Trent Dilfer and the Baltimore Ravens.
Did you see the Robbie Williams video that everyone's talking about?
Yeah, I saw the Robbie Williams. And now Robbie Williams overseas is like a huge, huge deal. Over
Yeah.
here, I think a lot of people are like, who the hell is Robbie Williams?
Yeah. Well, he's a star over
He's
there.
a star, yeah.
So he went on a German broadcast.
Had a little oopsie.
And so the internet, this is where the internet is so stupid.
Yeah.
The internet slow-moed took the video of him and something came out, what looked like came out of his nose.
Yeah.
A little white powder.
I think we like to call that cocaine.
And it landed on his microphone and then he took it off of there.
Yeah.
Okay. So then everybody's like, oh my God, look at Robbie Williams. The blow's just coming out of his nose. Well, all you have to do is slow-mo the video.
Yeah.
On your phone, and you will see very clearly that it comes out of his mouth.
Yes.
It is not from his nose.
No.
And he claims it was a mint,
Yeah.
which is totally plausible.
It's way more plausible.
Yeah. So but now the video has gone viral, and he has had to release another video, albeit him laying in bed with his shirt off for some reason. And he has had to release the videos claiming that it was a mint
Yes.
because it's very controversial.
He shared a cheeky video explaining that the white object was indeed a mint. Although, yes, the video, it's like when Russell Wilson was doing the Seattle. Yeah, why is your shirt off? Why are you in bed? Why are you sexy posing?
No, it's Robbie Williams.
It would have been better had it been cocaine.
Hey, Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have just leaned into it.
Hey, Seattle. Yeah, I don't know. Be
Got
like,
more
what?
out of it.
Yeah, be like, what? I like blow. What are you talking about?
And the third place game. That's the other thing. Did you see that game? France, England.
I did not see that. When I realized it was on, it was 3-0, and so I was like, "Oh, this is dumb." And then I guess it turned out to be like one of the best games
Oh my God.
in World Cup history.
Well, it was amazing because no one was playing any defense.
Yeah.
So
Well, I saw like a couple of the English players weren't playing. Harry Kane wasn't playing. It was 3-0. I was like, oh, why am I watching this? I missed it.
well, Bellingham. What's that guy's name?
Jude.
Yeah, he got in there.
Oh, did he play it? Because
Yeah,
he didn't
played.
start.
He scored a goal.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool because no defense was being played.
No.
That's what Americans want from soccer.
Yes.
Right there.
Yeah.
Like it was wild. Wide open game. It was cool.
What ended up being 6-4?
6-4. Very exciting.
6-4 double play?
And Mbappe, first ever to win multiple Golden Boot awards.
Yeah.
Which is surprising to me because I would have thought that a Messi or a
Pele or something.
Ronaldo or a Pele would have won multiple, but
I guess he broke already. He broke Messi's World Cup record, and he's probably got 2 more World Cups.
well,
in
he
him.
has 22 goals.
Yeah.
And Messi's retiring, and the guy third is a German guy who's long gone.
Yeah.
So
Mbappe will own it.
he will own that. So he'll get at least one more, if not 2 more World Cups.
Yep.
He is going to score 35 goals.
He will lap the field. He's going to put that so far out of reach. In theory, as long as he stays healthy.
Pretty amazing.
And finally, but not last, winner of the Golden Boot, the tournament's top scorer and the Golden Ball, the best player, Megan Rapinoe.
How about that?
It was.
You think they mispronounced Mbappe?
I think that's probably easier to mispronounce than Megan Rapinoe.
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
Winner of the tournament.
Kylian
Kylian Mbappe.
Megan Rapinoe.
Well, rest in peace, World Cup. We loved having you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we impress a lot of Europeans with our cool Waffle Houses and
Stuffed raccoons.
cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's pretty cool over here.
Yeah. That was his. I don't think you could have drawn that up any better, other than the United States going further and not getting embarrassed by Belgium. But outside of that, you couldn't have drawn up a better World Cup. And by all accounts, the people that have actually watched all these said this was a great World Cup and like it was just drama filled and the expansion was good. So this was
it's good
this
stuff.
was just thumbs up all across the board.
Yeah, these two reporters here, pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
All right, so now you don't have to listen to any more soccer talk until the next time we talk soccer, which may be my EPL rankings tomorrow.
What you need to do is you need to start gambling on it.
You're so right.
If you want to get into it, just start gambling on it, and you'll start paying attention.
I won some coin on Spain winning.
Well, there you go. Start gambling on soccer, and you'll start paying attention.
I do understand the three-way bet now. And all
yeah,
that.
you were explaining that to me, and I was still confused. I did not gamble on the World Cup, not one time.
Missing out.
I know.
Well, we'll cover the Open, Ryan Fox winning, which I thought that was a great story over the weekend. We will get to that later in our show. But up next, it is time for the Gobbler. Congress is now revising the Protect College Sports Act. We'll tell you what they're talking about. And Eli Drinkwitz stirring it up as well. We'll get to those items next.
George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, former Blazer and free agent forward Matisse Thybulle has agreed to a one-year, $3.3 million deal with the Lakers. Thybulle averaged 6 points and 2 steals on 40% three-point shooting in 30 games for Portland last season. Michigan announced today athletic director Ward Manuel will step down at the end of the calendar year. Manuel was the AD for 10 years, including a national championship in football and men's basketball, but also involved the NCAA investigation surrounding assistant football coaches and the firing of football coach Sharon Moore last year. And in the NFL, the Packers and defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt agreed to a 3-year, $57 million contract extension with a $20 million signing bonus. Wyatt had 101 tackles and 16 sacks through his first 4 seasons in Green Bay, but only played 10 games last season due to injury. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom, call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan Sports Network.
All right, good Monday. Welcome back. Pleased to have you along. It is time for the Gobbler. We're ramping up, headed towards football.
It's a couple weeks away.
We have college football every day at 4. And today there's a lot of news because I keep reading about the SEC today for some reason.
Well, it's SEC Media Days. That would be why.
Well, I haven't seen anything other than Eli Drinkwitz. So I say I keep reading about SEC. I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth. There's a lot about the commissioner and the league and then the Drinkwitz clip, but there's nothing. There's not like real media day content. Maybe it's tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think they do a multiple day thing. Heather Dinich had this one too. She's claiming that the possibility of the SEC breaking away from the NCAA is very real.
Yeah.
So
from the NCAA.
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna have to explain something to me.
Okay.
This gets into the first thing we want to talk about. So there's the NCAA, which currently tries to govern college football, and it's doing a terrible job.
Yes.
But then there's also the Protect College Sports Act, which is Congress trying to put in place parameters to govern, not really govern, but to control college football, right?
Yes.
So the SEC and the Big Ten leaders have stepped to the table to talk with Congress about revising the Protect College Sports Act, which the initial draft of it, they were like, no, we're not doing this, right? But now they're talking with Congress about revising it. How is that different than leaving the NCAA? You know what I mean? Like, or what would the Protect College Sports Act do to the NCAA?
It is my understanding that if they try to impose this on the Save College Sports Act, the Big Ten and the SEC would just say F you and break away and literally do their own thing. And
so you're saying it's the same thing. So when you're saying they want to leave the NCAA, it's because of the Protect College Sports Act.
Yes.
Okay, but they're talking with Congress. Like so the thing that's shifted is, and I think Tennessee sent out a release about this, and there's maybe a couple of others. They are now on board with the Protect College Sports Act. At least they're changing their rhetoric about it, saying, well, we're making headway on revising this thing, and we're willing to work with Congress to get this to be a really good bill to pass.
Yes. I think the idea is that no one wants this. It's just kind of the doomsday scenario, because under the original framing of the Save College Sports Act, this was meant to basically level the playing field. And the SEC and the Big Ten don't, like, why would you ever go for this? You're already on top. and it locks in leagues. It prevents expansion. It prevents them from doing something in the future about forming kind of a super league. So it doesn't benefit the SEC or the Big Ten at all. But their threat of walking away from this, I think, is their leverage to say, look, if you come back and you meet this, more than halfway, and you make some concessions, maybe we can get on board with something.
Okay, I follow now. That
So
makes sense. So the NCAA really has nothing to do with this.
Not really.
It's still the governing body, but it's holding on by a thread.
Yes.
So Congress. So this is from Yahoo. Ross Dellinger at Yahoo. So he reported that the Protect College Sports Act, which that's Ted Cruz, and then there's another senator spearheading it. They are now meeting with SEC and Big Ten leaders to revise it. The first revision is permitting non-power schools to join Power 4 leagues if they're invited. Believe it or not, the original draft froze Power Conference membership.
Yes.
At its current state. They said no more realignment.
No.
And of course, nobody's going to go for that.
No.
So they've changed. That's the first revision. They're now saying, oh, okay, well, now you can join a Power 4. They want to limit Power 4 leagues to 19 teams each, and any team wanting to move from one power league to another power league has to operate as an independent for 5 years.
Yes.
These are the revisions that they have put in the new the revised version of the Protect College Sports Act.
Yeah.
And that's with the help of the SEC and the Big Ten.
Yeah. So they're trying to come up with something that makes sense. It's kind of trying to thread a needle because the Big Ten and the SEC are like, we don't want this crap. But at the same time, they want some protection because the only way that this thing really gets solved is, like we've said this multiple times, one of two ways: collective bargaining and just paying the athletes as employees, which no one wants to do, or congressional intervention to where the antitrust laws come in so you stop losing it at lawsuits. And so the SEC and the Big Ten don't want either one of these. But the lesser of two evils for them would be to get congressional involvement, just congressional involvement with their blessing.
Why would that be the lesser of two evils, though? Wouldn't the lesser of two, wouldn't their sort of priority to be do their own thing? Like, why do they need Congress? Or are they saying Congress is just going to pass something that's going to screw us over?
Yes.
Therefore,
we have to do something.
We need to be involved in it.
Yes. Because, they don't want to make they don't want to change it to a pro model because that gets into a whole other. That's like the last ditch. The whole reason the NCAA exists in the first place is because they don't want to pay players. They don't want to collectively bargain. They don't want to pay workers' comp. They don't want any of that crap. Insurance, any of that. Like that's all. Then it becomes professional sports, and they don't want that. But Congress mucking around with this, and because a lot of these are public institutions, if Congress passes that, that's a real problem for them. If they break away and say, we don't have anything to do with this, we're not involved in the NCAA anymore, there's still a real question of, if this is federal law and you have public universities, how much does that affect them? I've yet to see like a clear definition of if they don't want to play by this, can Congress force them to play by this? So this is all kind of intertwined. It's new territory.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because part of the SAVE Act is that they can collectively pool their media rights.
You mean the Protect College Sports Act?
Protect College Sports Act is they can pool the media rights. Well, the SEC and the Big Ten don't want to do that.
Right.
And supposedly there were some voting limitations to where they said, don't worry, the SEC or the Big Ten, you don't have to vote for this. But then there were some others that said by limiting the number of teams in the league, the other leagues could outvote you. And if they did vote you, would you be forced to pool your media rights? So a lot of this stuff is all kind of very blurry. And it would behoove everyone to kind of get together and try to come up with some form of reasonable solution.
Yeah, it's interesting. So basically, Congress has become an arbitrator.
Yes.
In the situation.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to go to arbitration, which is what the SEC is saying. They're saying, well, we'll just leave.
Yeah.
And apparently, like you said, Heather Dinich is saying, and I know that the SEC commissioner came out and said the same thing. Like, we are not bluffing.
Yeah.
But then what would they do? Like, where do they go?
They would just form their own. They would govern all their own championships. Like the SEC probably needs the Big Ten, but if you had the Big Ten and the SEC, and you did even add some other teams, you would, like with the NCAA like basketball tournament, all that would be gone. You would basically have the NCAA teams, and then you would probably have the SEC and the Big Ten in one Super League, and they would literally play in their own reindeer games. And so while that's fine for football, what does that do to impact basketball? What does it do to all the other ones? And would the NCAA allow SEC and Big Ten teams to play NCAA sports for softball, all that, and allow basketball or just football to operate independently? No one knows the answer to any of these things.
Such a mess.
Yes.
So a couple of other things. The revision that so the Protect College Sports Act, according to Yahoo, one of the other revisions that they're making is they are expected to prevent private equity from snatching up programs and defecting.
Yes.
So that's probably a good thing.
I would think so.
In other words, some big conglomerate couldn't come along and say, you know what, we're going to pick the top 30 teams and make a league.
Let's go.
So they're going to prevent that.
Yes.
So also keep in mind that if this is coming, this realignment thing that they're adding in there, or that teams can then move across power leagues, if this is coming and the SEC and the Big Ten schools know it, and it very well may be, then we could get another round of realignment
100%.
way sooner than anyone thinks.
If you
like next year, like this year.
If you at all think that the locking in is a real possibility, you have to make the move, and you have to make the move now.
Because this is for 20. Because if this whole deal, if they can't come up with a deal by December, I think it's December 1st.
Yeah.
Then everything stays the same for 2027.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of time between now and December 1st. They come to a deal, it's going to be scramble realignment mode.
Yes. So this whole thing, man, and you can read 10 different opinions. I try to read as much of this as I can, and there's some really good people out there. Don't listen to the Stephen A's and the talking heads. Go find real sports attorneys, and there's a lot of them out there. Matt Winter is a guy that I really like on this. So I try to read smart, educated opinions. And even the smart, educated opinions, there are contract lawyers and people that have been involved in sports negotiation. There's a guy who I follow who used to run Fox Sports, and so he's overseen contract negotiations for different for the Fox with different leagues. Even those guys are basically doing that. This is my best guess, but we're in uncharted territory here, especially with Congress. And by the way, if none of this passes, which I still think a lot of people don't believe it will pass, because you're asking Congress to give the NCAA up to 4 to 5 different antitrust protections that any business, if you tried to get one of them, would probably be a long shot. And yet you're asking to give them 4 or 5 and really force things on schools that they don't want. I mean, this is a tough road. But if it does, you're right. It would lead to Harry Carey. Like, you got to go, and you got to go now. And you thought expansion and all that was crazy before. It would get wild.
They're also talking about increasing the money pool, the salary cap pool, by 20 to 30 million.
Yeah,
which I think we're all for, right? Giving the kids more money.
Yeah, and I think those salary limits already are dumb because no one follows them anyways.
So 40 to 50 million would be the cap then at that point?
Yeah. I mean, there's talk of what people are really spending, and it just, there's no transparency in it. And like, if you put this artificial cap on it, we had a cap on what you could pay athletes before, which was 0. Did anyone follow that? I mean, you have a cap on what NIL can and can't be right now. Does anyone follow that? Like, you have all these clearinghouses where, these NIL deals have to be cleared through and say that they're legitimate and not pay for play. When's the last time you saw one of these major deals not get approved? Right? Like, the transfer portal, people violate that all the time. Like, there's no teeth to any of this. So I don't know where all this ends, but I think there's a reason why the Dusty Mays of the world and some of these coaches are just like, dude, I want nothing to do with this. Get me out. And when all the dust settles here in 3, 4, 5 years, we'll circle back to this and we'll kind of see where this lands. I have no idea if you're a school right now, how you plan for the future.
I know. Hopefully it settles.
Yeah.
So here's what Eli Drinkwitz said. He's the coach at Missouri. And he's a good coach, but boy, this narrative's getting a little old.
Yeah.
So he was asked about, they were talking about the Big Ten having won 3 straight championships, college football
Three
playoff.
different teams, by the way.
Michigan, Ohio State, Indiana.
Yes.
If you don't know, if you're just waking up from a coma or something. Their non-cons those 3 years of championship, East Carolina, UNLV, Bowling Green,
God.
Akron, Western Michigan, Marshall, Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana State.
Yeah.
Those were the teams that Michigan, Ohio State, and Indiana played in the non-conference, the last 3 national championships.
Sure.
So Drinkwitz says SEC coaches are already regretting moving to a 9-game conference schedule. He says Lane Kiffin has long been in front, saying a move from 8 games would be an issue. And he said, Brett McMurphy had it, that he said part of the reason the Big Ten has won 3 national titles is because you don't play a non-conference A4 game.
Look, this is, I wish someone would push back during these interviews. Because under the old system, yes, if you want to argue that the Big Ten is gaining access to the college football playoff, sure, I'll listen to that. It's fine. If you want to say back in the day when you only had 2 teams, scheduling no one gamed you into the system, yes, I'll listen to that. But at the end of the day, once you're in the tournament, the SEC isn't winning. So the idea that Georgia played a tougher schedule than Indiana, okay, that's fine. The idea that Florida played a tougher schedule than Michigan, fine. You still made the playoff, the SEC, multiple teams, and you're losing 2 teams from the Big Ten.
So Big Ten went 4-0 against the SEC in the last 3 college football playoffs.
So you're telling me that a game, this is the SEC's whole argument, and I would love to talk to Drinkowitz and push back and be like, explain this to me. It's the same thing when we talk about the Moda Center. Someone explain it to my face. So you're telling me that a game, because the SEC plays 2 cupcakes and then they usually play 1 tougher game and then they play a cupcake at the end of the year. So we're really talking about 1 game, right? We're talking about 1 game for the SEC.
Yeah, they're getting rid of that cupcake.
They're getting rid of the cupcake game. So you're talking about that game, and then you're saying in the non-conference, we play 2 cupcakes and then we're going to play 1 real team. So you're telling me the difference between losing to Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio State, losing to them in January, the reason why you lost to them in January was a game that you played in August or September. That is literally the argument you're making. That game that you played on September 13th against a real opponent was so physically damaging to you that your team could not recover by the middle of January. And that's the reason why when you played Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, whoever, that you lost. And if that is your argument, allow me to say this, the SEC, you are the biggest group of candy asses I've ever seen because you had months to recover, but you didn't. Now, if you want to bring up the argument of we play a tougher league and it beats us up and it's physical, that, sure. You can't prove it, but I can listen to that. But you can't bring up the non-conference thing when you're talking about 1 game because most teams, SEC or otherwise, play 2 kind of wishy-washy non-conference games and then 1 that's usually a little more challenging. And the SEC, towards the end of the year, plays 1 cupcake, Tallahassee JUCO, at the end of the year, and you've done that forever. You can't have it both ways.
So here's what Drinkwitz said in Tampa today. He said, we don't get enough credit for how difficult the environments are that we play in. Watching the World Cup and people are, man, these stadiums are awesome. To play in front of 80,000 people, they thought that was a big stadium. They haven't been to Knoxville, Tennessee with 106,000 people. It's really difficult to play. Every other year, you're playing 5 road games in this league. You could have a damn good team, and it's going to be really tough to win 5 games on the road. We were told Texas was downgraded for their bad loss versus Florida. Florida has a bunch of players drafted. Have you been to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium? It's one of the top 15 stadiums in the world. So there he's making the argument that
yes.
It is a legitimate
and that's a fine argument.
It is. SEC is much deeper and tougher.
Okay, but you play in a tougher conference, and you make a lot of money. Deal with it.
Yeah.
So your argument is, oh, it's hard for me. Boo effing who?
Right. You didn't have to go there.
Yeah, sorry. Texas could have stayed in the Big 12. They didn't. They wanted the SEC money. So when you play in the SEC, you're going to play harder teams. Like, they sound like a bunch of bitches. And I like the SEC. I respect the SEC. But this horse crap argument that you bring up every year, and yes, if you want to say that Missouri is going to have a harder time making the tournament in the SEC than the Big Ten, I will listen to that. But every year, have we ever had a year where 1 SEC team gets in? Ever?
No.
You have multiple SEC teams. So at the end of the day, the best of the best in the SEC get to go to the tournament. And the last 3 years, the best of the best in your monster conference, with your big swinging D's that no one can comprehend how tough it is playing at the Swamp, against a 500 Florida team, you have a chance to go into the tournament and prove that you're battle tested and your players are better than the other conferences. And the last 3 years, you have failed at that job. So
I would ask this.
You can't make that argument.
Why would they go to 9 games in the first place? Why did they do that?
There was just pressure to do it.
Because it seems like that, that does not serve them.
No.
Like, if you're in the SEC, I can see why the coaches didn't want that. They're like, oh, my God. So now you got a 9-game conference schedule in the toughest league, or the deepest league, I guess. And then you've got the college football playoff slate, which they're talking about expanding to like 24.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, get ready to start scheduling more cupcakes, which is what most of you do anyways.
But they're the league that switched to 9 games.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's the gobbler.
The SEC is the bully, who really is a bully, but there is someone, they're not like this gorilla that no one can touch, but they love to bitch. You're the biggest and the most powerful, and yet you cry more than anyone else, and it makes you look soft. It really does. And now over the last 3 years, you finally have someone for the first time in probably 15 years that can really punch at your weight class, and you don't like it. And we all see through it.
If you don't like it, beat them.
Exactly. There's an easy way to solve this.
Haven't done it yet.
Have Georgia and Alabama and Florida and places like that, have them start winning national titles again. And then you can go back to, because when they were winning the national title every year, everyone could bitch about the SEC schedule. Everyone could bitch about how soft it was and gaming the system. And what could the SEC do? Scoreboard. Look at that. We win the national title every year. And you love to do that. That was the SEC. Well, now you can't do it anymore. And if you want the advantage of pointing to the scoreboard, start winning.
Has Oregon played a SEC team yet in the playoffs? They haven't, have they?
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Wait till they get a load of the Ducks.
Well, this year,
You ain't seen nothing yet, SEC.
eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
I'm kidding, but not. The top of the Big Ten is legit, obviously.
Because the first year they got blasted by Ohio State, and then this year they beat Texas Tech and then got blasted by Indiana.
That's right.
So.
Well, James Madison.
Yeah, James Madison.
Texas Tech.
Yeah. James Madison, Texas Tech, and Ohio State.
James Madison's not in the SEC?
No. No.
All right. There's your gobbler. Thank you. For your college football. Portland breaking records. Next.
A Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, former Blazer and free agent forward Matisse Thybulle has agreed to a one-year, $3.3 million deal with the Lakers. Thybulle averaged 6 points and 2 steals on 40% three-point shooting in 30 games for Portland last season. Michigan announced today Athletic Director Ward Emanuel will step down at the end of the calendar year. Emanuel was the AD for 10 years, including a national championship in football and men's basketball, but also involved the NCAA investigations surrounding assistant football coaches and the firing of football coach Sharon Moore last year. And in the NFL, the Packers and defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt agreed to a 3-year, $57 million contract extension with a $20 million signing bonus. Wyatt had 101 tackles and 16 sacks through his first 4 seasons in Green Bay and only played 10 games last season due to injury. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan Sports.
All right, you've already made it to a Monday in the news. How about that? Thank God. It's hard to get to 4:30 on a Monday.
I was waiting all weekend for this exact moment. I was like, man, I need to get to the news.
But you've done it. It is July 20, 2026. Time now for In the News. I'm your noted and humble newsman. Thank you. Thank you very much. It is brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today, Moon Day.
Oh.
Do you like the moon?
Go moon. Well, who doesn't like the moon? Love the moon.
I mean, I'm sure some people don't.
Well, you understand the moon plays a huge role in our life, so you better like the moon. It's beautiful to look at. The Apollo missions are awesome.
I mean, you should certainly appreciate the moon.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very much pro moon. I'm about as pro moon as you're going to get.
Big moon guy.
Love the moon.
Didn't know this about you.
Yeah, big moon guy. I got caught up. I had like a 10-year run where the whole the astronaut NASA thing it roped me in. And I was gobbling up all the books I could read on that. I mean, read about the Apollo missions. Those guys are if you had to say like American heroes, like true blue modern day American heroes, those astronauts back in the day, the first ones, there's nothing more heroic than those guys. They had no idea, like they just 1960 science strapping themselves into some Wile E. Coyote Acme rockets and launching their asses into the great unknown.
Kind of cool.
Balls of steel.
There's also nap day.
Oh, wow.
Did you take a nap today?
I did not, but as much as I love the moon, a good Sunday nap.
Power rank the moon or naps? Or power rank moon and naps?
It's naps.
Yeah.
The nap. The Sunday golf nap. The Sunday late afternoon NFL nap. Oh my goodness. There's just so many good naps. I mean, if you ask me to power rank my naps, I'm not certain that I could come up with a definitive answer. Don't get me started on the hammock nap. The outdoor beach nap. Oh, phenomenal. The post-sex nap, again, amazing.
I like a good hammock nap.
Yeah, hammock naps are great. The sleepy beer outdoor campfire nap, great. Now you had a couple of those, you had nod off in your Adirondack. It's just, there's so many good naps.
A 4-day heat wave has begun.
Great.
The era has become high temperatures reaching the lower 90s across Oregon and Southwest Washington.
I thought we were getting upper 90s.
I may have misspoke.
Because when I'm looking here on KGW, expect high temperatures in the upper, oh my God, 90s.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I guess it does say. It says temperatures between 95 and 98 are expected Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's upper. That's not even mid-90s. That's upper. Wow. They're going to be hot.
The heat advisory will expire Wednesday night. So break out the parka on Thursday.
What do we go down? Are we dipping back into the 80s? Or
Probably. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, we got to have the standard, Take care of the olds. Cooling centers, things of that nature.
Portland continues to break records for dumb things.
Oh, that's cool. What have we done now?
It's loading.
Searching.
We have set the Guinness World Record for the largest e-bike ride.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that's. I mean, is that dumb or is that just?
Oh, that's pretty dumb.
I see those e-bikes everywhere, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're the new thing.
Although, if you see now that there's like a coalition of ER doctors that are begging
Oh no.
especially the kids to stop the e-bikes because it's those things go 25, 30 miles an hour, and when I'm on my motorcycle, I see those e-bikes that are riding like they're motorcycles, and they are not wearing motorcycle helmets.
Yeah,
They
they're
are-
popping wheelies and stuff.
Yes, they are, and they're
Stupid
they're
kids.
driving in traffic. I mean, it is interesting how many times they are not in the bike lane. They are amongst traffic, and they are weaving in and out, and they just have little bike helmets on.
Stupid bitch.
And I'm just like, man, I've even pulled up sometimes at like the light, and I'm like, dude, you guys are nuts. Like, what are you doing? And so, yeah, there's a bunch of ERs that are begging the youngs to take this stuff seriously. We had one in Portland that just died. Was that like a week or two ago?
Yeah. No, I get it. Well, we've talked about in California, they're like the youngs.
Yeah, the gangs.
They're like the new Hell's Angels.
Yeah.
Kids on e-bikes.
Yeah. Dude,
Terrorizing old people.
It is so weird. If you're on a motorcycle and you're at a light and you feel like you see someone roll up on you, you think it's another motorcycle. And you always kind of turn, you kind of acknowledge each other, and it's not. It's like two 14-year-olds on e-bikes.
Yeah.
But they're like, they roll up on you, and it's serious. They act like they are, and like they want to take you off the line. They're like, let's go.
So my dad and I were walking yesterday, or what is today?
Monday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. We were walking on the sidewalk, and I noticed a kid on an e-bike
Yeah.
coming behind us, but he could not go around us in the street because it was a bridge situation.
Yeah.
So he had to stay on the sidewalk.
Got locked in.
So yeah, we locked him in. And we're not walking all that fast.
No.
And so he gets up on us, and I am fully expecting the worst here.
Sure.
I'm expecting, because I've read about all this talk.
Yeah.
The kid could not have been any nicer.
That's awesome.
We let him by. He was like, "Oh, thanks, guys. Have
Yeah.
a good day."
Yeah.
And then he wheelied off. But I was so in my head, I'm like, "Oh, this is going to be bad."
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
No.
So
But-
let's not.
No, I'm not trashing everyone, but like.
Well, I know, but the doctor's like, "No, don't ride e-bikes." Oh, come on. E-bikes are great.
Yeah, you just.
We just need a little bit of education about what not to do on an e-bike.
Don't ride them in traffic. They're a bike. They're not supposed to be amongst cars.
Wear a helmet.
And yeah, my God, wear a helmet. And the best one, like, not a bike helmet. If you're wearing a little bike helmet and you're doing a wheelie at 25, that bike helmet, like, that doesn't cut it. You might want to actually wear a real helmet. And I never see anyone wearing real helmets.
Or just be careful. Or just
helmets
treat
at
it
all.
like a bike. It's
Yes,
a bike.
it's a
It is
bike.
not a motorcycle.
But that's I think that's my thing. I think
People
a lot of,
think it's like a motorcycle.
well, I think people don't want to take the time to learn to ride one, and so they're like, well, I'll just ride an e-bike, and it's the same thing. And some of those things are really powerful. It's dangerous.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know. More than 1,000 cyclists gathered in downtown Portland yesterday to set a new Guinness World Record for the largest e-bike ride. Organizers counted 1,060 riders, more than doubling Seattle's previous record of 405.
Suck it, Seattle.
That's not even close.
Losers.
The record-breaking event also marked the 10th anniversary of Portland's Biketown Bike Share program.
I don't know what that is, but
I don't either.
oh,
And by the way,
are
1,000.
those like the Nike bikes, right? The orange ones.
Oh, maybe.
I
yeah.
think that's what it is.
The 1,060 riders is not that much.
No, that's a lot.
I mean,
At
it is,
one-
but it's
at
not.
one time?
For the Guinness World Record? I feel like that's going to get absolutely scorched soon.
Oh, you think some other
Within the next couple of years.
Seattle's going to be like, watch this. I don't know. That's a lot of people. If you see like 100 people riding together, that's a lot. Let alone 1,000.
Well, I get that it's a lot. I'm just saying I think that
It's
that
easily
record,
broke, yeah.
easily broken.
I get it.
Little organization
Yeah.
and a few e-bikes. Kevin Love has opened a trading card store in
Lake Oswego.
Lake Oswego.
Well, we were talking about the whole Fanatics thing. The card market it's booming. It's insane.
It is. It's obscene, I believe.
Yes.
Is what you mean.
The era has become.
No doubt. So Kevin Love, somebody said they just saw him the other day.
It's insane.
And I wonder if it had to do with this. But they're saying that NBA champion Kevin Love, towering over everyone at 6 feet 10 inches, this past Thursday morning, was preparing to open the doors of his new store for the first time. Outside, a line of approximately 50 people, mostly kids sporting basketball jerseys with their parents, were patiently waiting for the doors to open. Aptly called The Alley, this new store is a Topps authorized direct partner and sells trading cards, carrying everything from packs of Pokemon cards to a special mint condition shiny Michael Jordan card that'll set you back 375 geets.
Yikes.
Love and his brother Colin, who both grew up in Lake Oswego, decided to open the store in part due to nostalgia. They loved playing with trading cards when they were kids and recognized that as the world has become increasingly digital, there's more demand for physical objects like trading cards.
You know who owns Topps, by the way?
Who?
Fanatics.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Telling you, dude, those bitches are everywhere. They're dominating this space.
The Alley is at 435 2nd Street in Lake Oswego. The space is 2,100 square feet, and the initial lease can be as long as 6 years.
I loved trading cards as a kid, and so I think it's cool to see it coming back. But it's,
I did too, but I was only baseball.
Yeah, it's weird now though. It's like
They trade everything now.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah, Pokemon, and I mean, there's a card for everything. But I don't know. When I was a kid, it was never about making money. I just thought it was cool. Now I feel like everyone that gets into it, and look, I'm not. This is just the world we live in. It's not about collecting anymore. It's about money. And I don't know. It's cheapened it a little bit for me, but I still think it's cool that people are getting into trading cards. It's a lot better than those stupid NFTs that everyone was pushing all those years ago.
Well, yeah, and it could be. Well, that was like last year.
It was a couple years ago, but yeah.
But it could be way worse.
Sure.
You know what
Yeah.
people are getting into.
Yeah. But now you got to send them out. You got to get them graded, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, the industry right now is really on fire.
Do they still put little sticks of gum?
They do
in
not.
the.
They do not.
I used to love that.
You used to be able to buy packs of cards again for like 99 cents.
Brandon, are you old enough to remember that?
It's not that way anymore.
I might have been too young for that.
Did you collect cards?
I did.
Yeah.
Probably my biggest regret is I collected Pokemon cards when I was like 8 to 10.
Regret? Why?
Because I don't know where they are, and I could have made some money off of them now.
Oh, they're worth a lot?
I didn't think they'd still be around 20
Well, they're
years
probably
later.
in your house somewhere.
Maybe. I doubt it, but
I found my old baseball cards the other day. I have a bunch of them.
I don't think.
But I don't think they're worth anything.
No, I don't think I have anything that's worth. And if it is, it's not good. In order for those cards to be worth something, they have to be protected and in like really good shape.
Yeah, they have to be in mint condition.
Yeah.
But I go through them, and every once in a while I pull one out. I'm like, oh, that's got to be worth something. Oh,
I think I have. Like,
and it's not.
I think I have 97 Will Clark rookie cards. Yeah.
97.
I have so many. Will Clark was my favorite player.
That'll get you 97 cents.
Exactly. Like, what am I? So if anyone wants a Will Clark rookie card, like I think Fleer or Donruss, I got you covered.
How much is a George Brett rookie card? Because I have that.
I'll bet you that's worth $100.
Is it?
If it's great, it has to be graded though.
Okay, so it has to be. Well, it's in a plastic.
No, it has to be sent in. There's a company now that you send it in, and they grade it, and based on that grade is the value.
Okay. Well, it's not in bad shape.
So chances are most, I think, cards they say are like 6s. I can look up what a
give me
George
a
Brett
6.
is.
Give me a 6.
By the way, Garbage Man's in.
Yeah.
Just passed. Gal on a stand-up scooter, tank top shorts, flip-flops, 27 miles an hour, no helmet.
27?
27. You are.
The ones I've been on, it don't go that fast.
If you crash at 27 with you are.
Hey, you're in trouble.
Flip-flops and a tank, welcome to skin grafts, and God forbid you hit your head, ma'am. You are in. That's insane to me that this has become this has become the normal trend.
Yeah. Okay, where were we?
I'm gonna look up your George Brett card for me.
And when we come back, we have some scandal. Is Peabot freezing out Mary's Club?
Unbelievable.
That is next. But first, we tell you about The Advocates, Ken and Donnie.
your George Brett answer for you. If you have a George Brett PSA 6, you're looking somewhere between $275 and $400.
Oh, cool.
Now, if you happen to have a George Brett PSA 10, $160,000.
Are you serious?
Yes. But there are only 11 copies known in existence of the PSA 10.
Okay.
It is really, really hard to get a 10.
Yeah, it's definitely not a 10.
No.
You know who gave me that card?
What you got?
Do you remember our by the way, this is in the news, July 2026. Thank you. Do you remember noted engineer Crazy Eyes McGinley?
Love Crazy Eyes McGinley.
He came across it.
Really? And he gave it to you?
He gave it to me.
Huh?
I'm like, hey, I think I might have given him $20 for it or something.
Okay.
I don't remember. But he was like, look, if you want it, you can have it. Like, yeah, I did want it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But
Yeah. Well, I think it's like you have to spend $80, I think, to get it graded.
Okay.
It's something like that.
That might be worth doing.
You got to pay to get it graded, and then you could sell it. And if you get a 6, you're a couple $100. If you had like a 9, which
Yeah, what
is,
if I had a 9?
it's about 9 to 10 G's.
Hey, dude.
So-
What if I had an 8?
I'm guessing that you're probably in that like 4,000 or 5,000 range. Because the more you go down, there's more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have, this is the difference, right? So at 9, you're still in at a 9, you're in the 9 to 10 range. If you have an 8, you're down around 900 to $1,000.
Okay. Well,
So
still good money.
still good money. But yeah, if you end up with like a 9 or a 10, it's you and those cards, those are the ones that are the big cash ones.
Well, I tell you what. It looks like the city's messing with Mary's Club.
Unbelievable.
You read about this?
No. Now Mary's moved. So Mary's is a new location. I've been to the new Mary's.
Yeah,
and
where is the new Mary's?
It's
over
on Burnside.
Across,
Yeah.
across Burnside, right on the corner
It's
there.
right on the corner there across Burnside, where it used to be over by like the Independent.
Yeah.
So it's a couple blocks down, but it's it's not as divey as before. Like there's no like the green shag carpeting, but it still has a very Mary's feel to it. Not that I would know.
Well, I wouldn't want to go to Mary's if it were like super nice.
It's not.
That's
trust
not
me.
the point.
No. It's still one of those where like when you sit at the bar, the dancer's like 4 feet at your back. It's a very small place.
Huh, okay. Yeah, they used to have to play
Their own
music
Yeah.
on the jukebox.
I don't think that's the case anymore, but
Or I think one time they had a jam box in
Yeah.
there because the
Nice.
jukebox wasn't working.
put on your own CD,
She's throwing tapes,
slam away.
dancing away. Well, Liv, and I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I think it's Ostis.
Sure.
Do you remember the dancer that ran for mayor?
I do remember her. That's her?
She's back.
Okay.
Her name is Liv.
By the way, she did not win. So
She didn't.
No.
So she is a dancer at Mary's, and she said she was driving to her job last week when she noticed these street cleaning signs in her usual parking spot. So she parks between 4th and 5th on West Burnside, okay?
Sure.
But compared to the city's typical street cleaning signs, and they'll restrict parking every few months for like once a week. They're coming through, can't park here, we're going to clean, and then we'll be out of your way.
Yeah.
She noticed that these signs were unusually restrictive. They blocked parking from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. 7 days a week until Thanksgiving,
That seems like a long time.
which directly overlaps with their business hours.
My neighborhood right now has a 3-week no street parking right now. And
Why?
there's like a 10-block radius. They tore up all the roads down to the gravel. They dug down like 5-6 inches, and they're repaving everything.
Oh, repaving.
So you are not allowed. We're in the middle of it. It's like 3 weeks. You cannot park on any street, or they're towing you.
Well,
and
yeah.
a lot of people are pissed because they have more cars than they have room for.
Well, I get that, but at the same time, it'll be nice when that's done. Nice paved
You're
road.
already seeing the new roads
Yeah,
coming in.
it's great.
And it's great because our roads were pretty janky.
Exactly. So the stretch of Burnside across the street from Mary's Club is where she says most employees and customers park. And following unsuccessful efforts by managers and employees to reach out to the city and remove the signs, she has now taken to social medias to post her frustration, accompanied by a picture of the sign. It was then that the Peabot Bros, and they handle street cleaning, they commented on the post and said that they would consider less restrictive measures in the future.
So this worked?
Yeah. Apparently it had removed the signs. So now she's saying, well, wait, what are they doing?
Are we targeting?
They're targeting Mary's.
Now, are they targeting Mary's, or are they just targeting strippers? Or should I say, is that a bad term?
Yes.
Dancers?
Yeah, the only place they did it was Mary's.
Yeah, but is that the only club down there? Was Mary's just, was Mary's just at the wrong place, wrong time? Or in this city, are we unfairly punishing the adult entertainers?
Well, she thinks it was a purpose pitch.
Interesting.
She says, for street sweeping, it's absurd. They don't care about all these small businesses that are struggling so much. And to say that they do, it's really frustrating. She says, for some employees of Mary's, the no parking signs felt targeted and unreasonable, especially for a business working to keep their lights on. As a result of the sign installation, she says Mary saw a significant drop in customers, which is a hit to the business.
Well, I mean, that does make sense. Now, as someone that does not frequent a lot of adult entertainment, I will say that if you are going to get me to go and you make parking an issue, yeah, I'm gone. Like, is anyone driving around being like, I'm good? Like,
I must park.
Yeah.
No, I don't have to park.
No. Yeah, that happens. The amount of times I've done that where I'll be on my way to somewhere and I'm like, oh, I'll swing by, and then parking's an issue, and like, cool, gone. So, sorry to the fine entertainers at Mary's, and I'm glad that the city is apparently looking into this.
Hey, she rattled some cages.
You think some dude got stonewalled by a dancer there, and then he was all pissed about it, and so he rattled.
And he works for Peabody.
Yeah.
It's possible.
7 days a week for street cleaning does seem a bit.
Until November?
Yeah. What do we? How many times can you sweep the street?
I mean, come on, man.
I mean, my God, they are ripping out like 10 square blocks of every inch of road around me, and that's 3 weeks. And you have street sweeping till November? It's ridiculous.
Well, Peabody would not respond. So this is from Willamette Week. And they reached out to Peabody, say, hey, what's your side?
Well, the Willamette is going to get to the bottom of this.
And Peabody did not respond to them.
Yeah,
so
jerks.
They're hiding something.
I don't know how much money the city spent in enforcing this. How much do we spend in street sweeping? We need
probably a lot.
We need an audit. I smell shenanigans going on.
We spend a lot on everything, it seems.
Yeah.
Is Oregon
the Blazers
a nerdy state?
I would assume so.
Do you think we're nerdy?
Yeah, I would think so.
Oregon has been ranked one of the nerdiest states in America in a newly released study.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The report is from Hard Rock Bet, analyzing all 50 states using a methodology that includes the numbers of comic conventions, STEM workers, comic book and gaming stores, and Google searches related to geek culture. Researchers found that Oregon is the number 5 nerdiest state in the union.
Hey, look at us.
Boasting 16 annual comic conventions and more than 74 comic book stores.
Yeah, I mean, you see those quite a bit. There's a really cool bar right across the street from Providence called Mox, and you have to walk through a board game card store to get to the bar. And so when you go in there, everyone's always playing card games. Like at the bar, they're playing like Magic the Gathering and Pokemon and all that stuff.
Huh.
It's super nerdy, but it's a cool vibe. If you're at the Timbers game, you should give that place a go after the game. It's cool.
Now I've got to find the actual list so you can tell you who's nerdier.
Yeah, who is the nerdiest state?
What do you think it is?
Well, I mean, I would assume all those conventions and comic. I'm assuming it's going to be the big states. I'm assuming it's like California because they host like the big Comic Cons.
Yeah, it looks like California was number 1.
Yeah, you're talking about sheer number. Yeah, it would be California. That's the whole entertainment industry.
86 comic conventions, the most in the nation, along with more than 440 comic book stores. California's generated more than 10,000 Google searches per 100,000 residents tied to nerdy topics.
Yeah.
Texas, number 2, followed by Washington.
Somewhere there's some hick in Texas that wants to shoot this list with his AR-15 because he's very angry about them being considered nerdy.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that with Texas. Colorado and Oregon round out the top 5. So you have California, Washington, Oregon, Colorado. That all makes sense. Texas?
Maybe not as rough and tumble as you think, Texas.
Yeah, nerds.
You know, they're going to shoot the nerd right out of Texas.
Libs.
What? Texas, yeah. Texas gets my number 1 state for insufferable people. I know that's shocking because like New York is insufferable, the East Coasters, but man, you meet someone from Texas, one, they're going to have a Texas tattoo on them, and it's going to take you 3 seconds for them to tell you about why they are from Texas, or that they're from Texas, and why Texas is better than everywhere else.
They are proud people.
Yes. Yes, they are. So you should look at some of the national rankings. Maybe not be so proud.
Well, it's a big state.
Yes, it is.
I was looking for the least nerdy, and I can't find it, so we're out of time. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I can't get that to you.
Ugh, maybe next time.
And that is in the news, July 20, 2026, brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys, advocateslaw.com.
Oh, thank you.
Coming up next, headlines, got some NBA news, LeBron Watch continues, and we will wrap up the Open Championship.
At Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, former Blazer Matisse Thybulle is on the move to Los Angeles. The free agent forward has agreed to a one-year, $3.3 million deal with the Lakers. Thybulle averaged 6 points and 2 steals on 40% three-point shooting in 30 games for Portland last season. Michigan announced today athletic director Ward Manuel will step down at the end of the calendar year. Manuel was the AD for 10 years, including a national championship in football and men's basketball, but also involved the NCAA investigations surrounding assistant football coaches and the 2025 firing of football coach Sharon Moore. And in the NFL, the Packers and defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt agreed to a 3-year, $57 million contract extension with a $20 million signing bonus. Wyatt had 101 tackles and 16 sacks through his first 4 seasons in Green Bay, but only played 10 games last season due to injury. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fans.
All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Monday. We are your sportsmen. My name, Isaac. Hello. Big Soup right over there.
Right here.
Look at him. Not so old and not so young Brandon is in the seat over there for Stevie Freedom,
Hello.
who will be back on Thursday. Hello, Brandon. By the way, Jackson's out there. You know, Jackson's our new social media guy.
Dude, he's the go-getter of go-getters.
Yeah, he's killing it.
I like that kid. He's got a lot of spunk.
And you call him a kid. He's 22.
That's a kid.
Well, of course it is. But I just want to, you have to hear what I'm about to say.
Okay.
So we were talking about e-bikes, and Jackson texts me because he listens to the show while he's sitting. I mean, I can see him from where I sit. He's just sitting right out there.
I have to turn around. And he's always wearing like hipster, oversized, retro athletic clothing. He's that guy.
So we were talking about e-bikes, and he texts me and he says, "Oh, I'll trash e-bikes. I have very strong opinions on e-bikes."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You would think as the 22-year-old that dresses like Jackson, and he's kind of got like the flowing hair, I would think that guy is an e-bike menace.
So I responded with, because I had, we were on the air, I couldn't go out there. I said, "Have you been hit by an e-bike?" And he said, "Not yet. I just think that they are the kids and teenagers' Cybertruck."
Oh my God, that is a great analogy.
He said, "When did we stop making kids pedal? Unmotivated?" And I went out there. I'm like, "Jackson, you sound like a 65-year-old man."
Yes.
At the age of 22.
But I love that comparison.
No, he's not wrong.
No, he's not. I'm telling you, if you're out there traveling along on 2 wheels, motorized or regular pedal bike, the e-bike phenomenon is like, I don't hate it, but you encounter them, and it's almost always an interesting experience when you see the kids on the e-bikes.
Well, that's for sure.
It's not bad, like, because sometimes the olds are on them, like you see the older couple, and they're just out, and it's the easiest way for them to get around. But if you see someone under 25 on one, you're going to see some dumb crap.
Yeah, see, I was telling him, I'm like, you should love e-bike. Like, e-bikes are great because as a 51-year-old, guy who doesn't really love to ride bikes, I like them because, like when we go to San Diego or whatever, or, you can rent them. Yeah. And you can explore like the whole city on the e-bike.
Absolutely.
Whereas if you were on a regular bike, I don't know how far I'm going.
Yeah.
So I like them, and you still do pedal. It's just that you're not getting, the workout that you would otherwise.
And some of them too, it's like some of the e-bikes that you don't have to, they have like foot pegs, and they just put your feet up on them, and they're like ruckus scooters. So there's like different.
Yeah, there's different levels.
There's different levels of them.
But basically, I just wanted to point out that our 22-year-old social media star, Jackson,
hates him.
Is basically a 60-year-old man.
I love it.
And that's fantastic. Welcome to the club.
I can see him giving that kid a scouting of a lifetime on those.
All right. Big announcement. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sitting down?
I am. Do I know about this?
No.
I'm about to be blown away.
Oh, I mean, I don't know about blown away. I don't want to oversell it. But tomorrow on our show, right at this very time, we have a very special guest.
God, I can't wait.
Brandon doesn't even know about this.
No one does.
Tomorrow on our show at 5 o'clock, Jason Quick
Look
is coming back to the show.
The Quicker. I
We
love
haven't
me
had
some-
him on for a while.
I love me some Jason Quick.
Yeah.
Changed my life.
Yeah. BTJ is friends with his wife.
Yes.
And now look at you.
Jason Quick is solely responsible for the BTJ.
And the Super Bowl party.
And the Super Bowl party, yes. It's my first time at the Super Bowl party, and I met the BTJ.
So people often ask us why we don't have him on as much anymore. And one is because we really don't cover the Blazers like that anymore.
And neither does he.
And exactly. His role kind of changed at The Athletic.
He was doing
years
feature
ago.
writing.
And so it kind of, it didn't make sense. But, he's still putting out good stuff. And by the way, he said that he's got another piece coming out tonight. I don't know if you saw the piece that he put out. I don't know when it came out, but I saw it yesterday, but over the weekend about the Moda Center renovations.
Yeah, I saw it today.
Yeah. That one is not even going to be his newest one.
Oh.
When we speak with him tomorrow.
Interesting.
So he's got one coming out tonight.
And he's actually transitioning back. He's going to be doing more Blazer stuff now. So he's venturing back into the realm of the Blazers because he thinks there's a lot of interesting things happening right now. He goes where there's interest.
Yeah, and that's I mean, that coincides with him being on our show. It's like
Yes.
we used to have him on our show. There was a lot going down, and then there wasn't anything, and they were just kind of in, I don't know, they were just
boring
for 3 years or 4 years, however long it was. And now it is getting interesting again, especially because of the new ownership and the Moda Center thing. So listen to Jason Quick tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Because the other thing, too, is like there's a lot of noise about the Moda Center renovations. And one thing, and I know you do feel the same, one thing I've always appreciated about Quick is he is a very level-headed guy.
Yes.
He is not going to be coming in with some hot take.
Takes.
He is going to form his opinions based off of the information that he's getting and the people that he's talking to. And he has, if you haven't seen his latest piece, he is talking to both sides, the Blazers and the city commissioners. As a matter of fact, he has some pretty wild quotes from the city commissioner, Mitch Green.
Boy, I'll tell you
in
what.
his latest one.
There is some grandstanding on the part of old Mitch that I just find
yeah, it's a lot.
just so absurd. I mean, it's a really good piece. And I know every time someone writes about this, everyone freaks out. I still go down the road of everything that I hear is just tough negotiations, which is Durden Sprague had someone on from Raleigh, from Carolina. And he said the exact same thing. This is what it was like when Dundon was in Carolina. And the threat of leaving was always there, but Dundon never said that he was leaving. And in the Quick piece, he has two high-level Blazer sources that say, while the term sheet that the Blazers sent over, the Blazers said that's a non-starter. And it sounds like the $3 million a year and escalating is a non-starter, and the unionized workers, they're not going to go for. And the Blazers basically said political grandstanding. So you had two high-level Blazer officials that were granted anonymous nature so that they could speak freely. And both of them said, we've never once heard Tom Dundon or anyone else say that the Blazers want to leave, that their goal is to get this done. So despite the scary nature when you hear that the sides are far apart or that this is a non-starter and that the term sheet doesn't work for the Blazers, no deadline has been missed. And none of this leads me to panic to think that this thing is falling apart and the Blazers are going to leave. It's just, this is what negotiations come to when you're getting down to the wire. Until there's a deadline that is missed and things really get scary, I'm still going to choose that it is everyone's best interest to get this done. And just because you have one jackass commissioner that's choosing to grandstand over this and play political theater and make stupid comments and threats, you don't need Mitch Green. You need 6 commissioners to say yes and the mayor. And there's still a real sense that if this thing goes to a vote, and it will here on August 12th, that it's going to be not 6-6, that it's probably going to be 7 or 8 in favor of doing this. So just remember, anytime you see anything, yes, some of the language in the discourse isn't pretty, but we knew it was going to be like this. And I would encourage everyone to take a deep breath. As Walter said to the dude, nothing is effed here. This is kind of how these things go.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get Quick on because I just think he'll bring...
He's great.
He has information,
yes,
but he also will have an opinion based off of that information and nothing more.
Yes, that's
there won't be any bias. There
No.
won't be any columnist grandstanding or fear-mongering. And so we're going to get him on tomorrow at 5. By the way, I wanted to read you the quote from Mitch Green.
Yeah.
He is the city city councilor who is quoted in this article. He says, "Every indication I read about Tom Dundon is that he makes decisions based almost solely upon whether or not it's going to increase his profit. If he moves the team, it's because he thinks he can get a better deal. And if I'm in Tom Dundon's shoes and I'm trying to do that calculus, then I'm going to be evaluating the cost of moving the team versus the cost of coming to the table and making these counselors happy. Right now, it's a matter of $120 million. Like if Dundon came out today and said, I'm going to pick up the tab on the $120 million, that would probably get us to the finish line tomorrow."
You think, Mitch? You think you're battling over 120 million? You think if he brought 120 million? I love how he said it would probably. Dude, this is the definition of political grandstanding. Like this stuff drives me crazy. That, well, yes, I do think this is going to get done, and both sides, by the way, could be much better in handling this. Some of the city commissioners and this notion of we're going to play tough and we have this leverage. It's ridiculous. And everyone from the state to the mayor to unions to businesses, and now you have other leaders from suburbs of Portland that are gathering together telling the commissioners, get this effing done. It's $120 million over 20 years. Figure this out. Meanwhile, I got grandstand Mitch here. Well, you have to make acting.
Here, let me read you another one. He says, "We need to see a scope and scale of what this money is paying for." That's pretty basic. So they need to make a good faith effort on that. You've got a city council that is not a rubber stamp council. And depending on where you sit in the city, that may be a good or bad thing. But those are the stakes and those are the conditions the Blazers face. What's standing between the Trailblazers and a bunch of public money for a stadium deal is their willingness to accommodate this council.
Ah, yes. The big swinging D's.
Wow.
Also, too, the Blazers even said in there, one of the reasons, in the quick piece, one of the reasons they haven't shared the detailed information is because there's members of the city council that are threatening to sue the Blazers over not keeping up the building. So, and they said that this is 100% true. It's double talk because in one aspect, the city councilors are saying there's nothing wrong with the Motor Center. It doesn't need all this renovation. But you're also threatening a lawsuit for letting it fall into disrepair so that it's not a world-class venue. You can't have it both ways. And you're threatening to sue a guy who just took over a team for the condition of a building that he's owned for 3 months. And by the way, he doesn't own it. You own it. Yeah. And so the Blazers are like, dude, I'm not sharing any plans until you take the threat of a lawsuit off the table. That's how ignorant and short-sighted some of these city commissioners are. It's like you're playing hardball and your whole leverage is we don't believe that you have the money or have the balls to move the team. God, so, I hope that someone knocks some sense into them.
So we'll have more on this tomorrow. Quick will join us at 5. News today, the Blazers have lost my favorite player, and I'm not happy about it.
Oh, no.
You know who I'm discussing.
Well, I know who left.
Well, you know who my favorite player was.
The Blazers?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Blazer?
I've told you this many times.
Really?
Love Matisse Thybulle.
Oh. Really? I thought you were a Lou Dort guy.
Well, I am, but he's not a Blazer.
You're a Thybulle guy?
Love Thybulle.
So you wanted him to be the 7th guard on the roster?
Well, I mean, I don't think they needed him. They're so strong defensively. Like, why do you need Matisse Thybulle when you've got John Morant?
I would like to know how many minutes he was going to play as like the 7th guard on this roster.
But listen, I loved Matisse Thybulle because I like guys who you can pay because he's going to the Lakers. He got a 1-year, $3.3 million deal. Yeah. I love guys that you can pay $3 million to, and they are great dudes. All they do is hit their threes. He shoots 40. That dude shot 42% from 3 the last 2 seasons. Now I get it. It's not a huge sample size because he was hurt and he doesn't take a ton of them. Yeah. But he shoots 42%, which is good. He is a 2-time all defensive player, NBA all defense team. And they said that in this article I was reading about him, per 36 minutes, he led the league last year in steals and deflections.
Isn't it interesting, too, that all of that, and he got a 1-year, $3 million contract?
It's because the league doesn't value the things that he brings to the table.
And he's hurt a bunch, too.
But this is why I love guys like this, because every team needs a guy like that. Lou Dort is another more high-profile version of Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah.
He's a guy that it's the junkyard dog guy, the guy that brings things that other guys don't value, and you need that on your team. That's what Thybulle. It's what he can be. He wasn't really even that for the Blazers. He was just out of the lineup too much. But I will shed a tear.
Okay.
For Matisse Thybulle going to the hated Lakers.
It does sound like, at least from a media standpoint, that everyone is pouring a little bottle out today because Jeremy Grant and Thybulle were two of the more liked personalities in the locker room and then amongst the media members.
Good dudes.
Good dudes.
LeBron watch continues. Shams said that he spoke with Rich Paul this morning, and Rich Paul told him that no decision has been made and there is no timetable for his decision.
No one loves people talking about him more than LeBron James. So drag this out as long as humanly possible. I don't know what, like at this point, like you know where you're going. Just announce it.
Well, he's saying that they don't know where he's going.
Stop it.
They say that the focus is on Cleveland, Miami, or Philly.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Golden State may be out.
Yeah, because there were some reports coming out over the weekend that like Golden State was going to reemerge as the front runner because he didn't want to uproot the family and that staying in California was more important. But
he understands how old they are, and he's like, dude, they ain't winning.
No.
He hear me now, believe me later, he's going to Miami.
Be interesting. With Bam, no one can shoot, but Bam, him, and Giannis, I mean, certainly at this point, LeBron going somewhere that is a title contender, like Philly to me makes the most sense. Philly or Cleveland I think would be more ahead than Miami, but I mean, LeBron...
He's more of a Miami guy. I don't see him in Philly.
No.
And that matters to him.
Well, but wouldn't Cleveland be the ultimate...
But that's home.
Yeah.
And he's done that before. And he's done Miami before. I just think it's going to be about... Like, with Giannis there now, that dude wants to get another ring.
Are you better off? Do you think that Miami...
Yes.
You think that's better off than...
I think he thinks...
Than Cleveland, or...
Yes. I think he would think that.
Interesting.
With Bam and Giannis?
Yeah, again... Rounding out the roster, so you'd have Davion Mitchell, or wait, I'm trying to remember who ended up getting, who ended up getting dealt in that?
Hero.
Yeah, Hero would be gone.
I thought it was Hero and a bunch of picks.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to see who ended up staying versus going.
But anyway,
so yeah, it would be Davion Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins, LeBron, Giannis, and Bam.
Yeah. And then LeBron would have a say in who fills out the roster because he has his little stable of guys that he could bring along.
Be interesting.
Pat Riley would be like, fine.
Yeah. The thing is with Miami too, like it ended so poorly with Pat Riley because Riley wouldn't acquiesce to him, and
yeah,
I mean, maybe calmer heads.
Yeah, just give LeBron what he wants; he'll come.
Look, wherever he goes, it's interesting. And supposedly, I think he wants to play 2 more years. So he proved last year. He single-handedly led the Lakers to a playoff. Round 1 victory over Houston. The guy can still play.
Now, while we're on the topic of the NBA, quickly, Lou Dort did get traded this weekend.
Yes.
And I didn't like that.
So when you were saying your guy got traded, I thought you were talking about Lou Dort.
Well,
you love you some Lou Dort.
I do love me some Lou Dort. But he goes to Atlanta, so I don't...
Well, Oklahoma City just can't keep everyone. They have too many players.
I get it. But I don't know if I can root for Atlanta.
No.
With my guy, Dort. So I may have to just abandon him.
Risa Shea, the former number 1 pick, he's going to Dallas.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to bring up. So it's a 3-team deal. Risa Shea, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes. Risa Shea.
The number 1 pick.
Flair.
So he's averaged, he's averaged 11 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 1 assist for his career. And that's basically 2 seasons.
That does not sound very exciting.
No, but he's also really young. Like that, like they're already giving up on him. And now, listen, Atlanta was in the playoffs. They had a big series with the Knicks, and I don't remember Risa Shea at all.
No.
Was he even a factor for them?
I don't remember 1 minute of that guy. He has been, in his 2 years, he has been as nondescript a number 1 pick as you can remember.
But there's reason to believe that he could still have a career.
Sure.
And I was reading here. Let's see here. Where was it?
So in the playoffs, he played 3 games. He averaged, he didn't even play. I don't know if he was beat up. He only played 7 minutes per game.
Yeah, he must have been hurt or something.
He must have been banged up or something. Yeah, he did nothing.
He is, where was that? Oh, here it is. Okay. This trade marks the rare trade of a number 1 pick still on his rookie contract. Only 2 years after hearing his name called first overall in the 2024 draft, Reese O'Shea is on his way out. He is the first number 1 pick to leave the team that drafted him since...
Oh, God. Who would have been the first one that would have...
to leave the team that drafted him.
God.
Just happened.
It just happened?
Yep.
I'm trying to...
Cat.
Oh.
Karl Anthony Towns.
I can't say that I remember Karl Anthony Towns being the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, he was number 1 overall and traded to the Knicks in 2024.
Because when I think of like bad number 1 picks, I think of like Anthony Bennett, right, going to the Cavaliers.
That was one.
Markelle Fultz.
So Reese O'Shea is also the first number 1 pick to be traded within the first 3 seasons since Markelle Fultz. The last top pick to be traded within the first 2 seasons was Anthony Bennett.
Oh, well, there you go. Again, it's funny that when you said that, it's like you think of who were the bad number 1 picks. Those guys pop in my head.
I don't remember Bennett being traded in the first 2 seasons.
I remember him being bad. I remember when they drafted him, everyone being like, "What? That's who you took?"
Yeah, I know he sucked, but I don't remember they punted on him that early.
When you think about it, number 1 picks, I mean, they're certainly created differently. So you've had DeBonsa, who we don't know. Flag has so far been good, and then Reese O'Shea, terrible. Wemby, Banchero's been good, not great. Cade Cunningham took a while, but is good. Anthony Edwards, Zion's been a total bust. DeAndre Ayton sucks. Markelle Fultz sucks. Ben Simmons sucks. Karl Anthony Towns, up until this point, that's a checkered past. Wiggins was okay. Bennett was terrible. John Wall was bad, although he got hurt. I mean, Greg Oden. The number 1 overall pick is, I'd say it's a mixed bag.
Yeah. So, I think the Toronto guy that it's now in Dallas, Ujiri.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's one of those guys that when he makes a move,
You think a little...
you're like, that might be good.
Yeah. Well, maybe a change of scenery. And
So them getting Reese O'Shea might be good. I don't know. Who's their coach now? Did they hire a coach yet?
the Mavericks went and got...
Dusty May.
Yeah, Dusty May
Oh,
from
yeah.
Michigan.
The college guy. Cool. All right. Are we done here?
I think so. I think we're actually 3 minutes
Oh, my
over
God.
being done.
Let's wrap up the Open. That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Bro.
And we'll get to that next.
Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, former Blazer Matisse Thybulle is on the move to Los Angeles. The free agent forward has agreed to a one-year, $3.3 million deal with the Lakers. Thybulle averaged 6 points and 2 steals on 40% three-point shooting in 30 games for Portland last season. Michigan announced today Athletic Director Ward Manuel will step down at the end of the calendar year. Manuel was the AD for 10 years, including a national championship in football and men's basketball, but also involved the NCAA investigations surrounding assistant football coaches and the 2025 firing of football head coach Sharon Moore. And in the NFL, the Packers and defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt agreed to a 3-year, $57 million contract extension with a $20 million signing bonus. Wyatt had 101 tackles and 16 sacks through his first 4 seasons in Green Bay, but only played 10 games last season due to injury. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom, call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan Sports Network.
Now to an Open Championship segment. Did you guys talk about the Bryson thing on Friday?
Yes.
When that happened?
Yes.
And how do we feel about what he did?
I mean, I think you can go both ways on that. I think what happened to him kind of sucked, but at the same time, it kind of sounds like now the vast majority of people think it probably was a penalty. But the way he handled it is just typical Bryson being an absolute yutz.
Yeah, now it's come out that he wanted to call Donald Trump.
Like when I first heard that, I was like, that's not true. And then you're like, no, it sounds like that's true.
That's what Tiger did. Remember when Tiger got his Dewey?
Yeah, he called the president, which is...
I actually think he did call him.
He did.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get a hold of him. But yeah, he just the idea that that's our go-to now is like, we'll just call the president for sporting things.
Well, I mean,
I guess it works.
It worked at the World Cup.
Didn't work for Bryson, though. And he just handled it like a bitch. And he ended up, like, obviously that derailed him. And some of that's on him. I understand a 2-shot penalty, but he was 3 back going into the weekend. He had every opportunity to win that tournament, and he didn't.
Yeah, we don't need to be talking about him. We need to talk about Ryan Fox.
Yeah.
But I would like to state on the record, I don't have any idea how anyone could think that he did not do that on purpose.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
In the hay over there. And guys, like, I mean, he's like Patrick Reed. Like, they push and push and push and try to get
an edge.
Every edge they can. He didn't think they'd call him on it, and they called him on it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think he is such a putz. I can't stand him, and I loved Rory calling him out.
I do not think I have ever heard another golfer call out someone quite like that. Normally when you ask anyone, hey, what do you think of the controversy? They just take the high road, and they do I don't know, it's a tough situation and I'm not here. Rory just came
That's
flat.
what Scotty did.
Yeah. Rory just came out and was like, dude, I don't like the guy.
I can't stand the dude. And he's right. It's all performative.
Yes.
It's so performative.
Yes. Right down to holding everyone hostage. Like he stayed there till the wee hours of the morning hitting a golf ball and wouldn't say if he was going to play or not. Yeah, that's who Bryson is.
He's a goober. Anyway, Ryan Fox is not a goober, and Ryan Fox
that was awesome.
Won the championship.
Yes.
And you may be going, well, wait, who's Ryan Fox? Well,
I'm not going to lie.
No,
I had to.
Yeah, I
mean, do that.
No one really knows who Ryan Fox is. Every once in a while, a major is won by a guy who is top 50 or 60, but the casual fan has no idea who he is because he's just top 50 or 60. Yeah. Like Ryan Fox is a really good player. But he's never even finished in the top 10 in a major.
Nope.
And they said that is just he's only the second guy in the history of golf to have never finished in the top 10 in a major and then win one.
And he was like, what, 39? He's not like he's a young guy.
No, he's not young. They said after Friday he was tied for 52nd, and no player has ever come from that far back to win a major after 36 holes. That set a record.
Yeah. It's just,
and it wasn't strokes as much though. It was place. He passed everyone.
Yep.
And yeah, he's 39 years old. He's got a relatable pot belly.
Yep.
Everybody out there on tour says he's a super nice guy, and
he's calling his wife and kids afterwards, and he's
humble
Yep.
and lovable. But the best is, I just thought, and I don't care which player this is. It could have been Ryan Fox, it could have been Rory, it could have been Bryson. Something tells me Bryson DeChambeau would not have handled it the way Ryan Fox did. But the best part of that whole tournament was Ryan Fox getting screwed by that shot that landed under the lip on
you want to talk about a bad beat
on number 15.
He had to turn around and hit it backwards.
He had to hit it back. Dude, he's right in the hunt for a major.
Yep.
He gets the absolute worst break of a lifetime. Like that most of us thought that will cost him the tournament. He is now out.
Yes.
You will not win this tournament because of that bad break. It hit the front of the bunker. I mean, dude, he was like a foot from hitting a great shot like Gerard had hit just the hole prior, or the group prior, and it hits the lip, the front of the bunker, and he has no shot. He has to go backwards on a par 3. So now he has to.
The best part is there was no hesitation. There was no nothing. He just got in, turned around backwards, hit it out. And was
he
like,
wasn't bitching.
Nope.
Bryson would have been throwing his arms up. Hell, Scotty would have been throwing his arms up like, what a, I got screwed and this and that. And
took his bogey and moved on.
Well, but he didn't just take his bogey. That was an all-world up and down.
Yep.
So he gets it out of there, and then he hits it up close enough to make the putt. Dude, that was extraordinary. And then, and just the way he went about it, he doesn't fuss over any shot. He plays really fast, and he just went about his business. After that, he birdies 16, walks the ball into the hole. He gets to 17, has another bad break, but manages to hit a really miraculous bunker shot up to birdie distance. He misses the putt, and now he has to go to the hardest closing hole in major history. They said it was the hardest closing hole in major history. There were only 4 birdies there all day. He needed a birdie to win the tournament. Otherwise, he goes into a playoff with Cameron Young, and he freaking hits all 3 shots perfectly. He wastes no time, hits them. I mean, he just steps up, hits them, and all 3 were perfect, and he wins the damn tournament. I'm sorry, that was one of the coolest moments in golf in a long time.
It was awesome. And I really like when Cameron Young, because Cameron Young was done early.
Yeah, he was in the clubhouse for like 2 hours.
He was in the clubhouse for a while. I love when there's a number on the board already, and then you get to watch everyone chase it. Because Siwoo Kim crapped the bed. Scotty had multiple opportunities, couldn't make a putt. He had a meltdown there where he was yelling about him slicing one off the tee.
Yeah.
Sam Burns, like everyone, there was like 6 guys that all had a chance, and I love that they were all chasing the guy in the clubhouse. They were chasing Cam Young. I just thought that final round was amazing. And for an unknown guy like that to kind of pull it out, and there's a difference between, like you said, kind of stumbling your way in, but starting on 13, right? Birdie had that awful, you mentioned bogey, and then birdie par bogey. What a way.
Birdie par birdie.
Yeah. What a way to end that tournament.
Yeah.
And it's probably it's the only major he'll ever win. And to find a way to steal it like that, that's incredible theater.
So here's a clip of him talking about. So the other thing that the whole golf world loved about him was that he plays fast.
Yes.
Like, dude, Sam Burns had a huge putt to try to get into the playoff or get into a 3-way tie it for at the top. Burns putts it and misses it. It was 22 seconds from the time Sam Burns pulled his ball out of the cup and Fox hit his putt.
Yeah.
22 seconds.
Yeah.
The tournament was on the line. And he was just like, all right, I think I got the read. Steps up, hits it, makes it, game over.
Well, that was like when he had the bad break into the bunker, they were talking about what a bad break it was, and they're like, wait, he's just going to hit this. There was no, they're like, he's just accepted his fate in now, and he goes.
He looks kind of nonchalant.
Yeah.
But he just plays fast.
I loved it.
So, and I think the golf world did too, because we all have encountered the guy out there in amateur golf who thinks it's the Masters.
Yes, standing over every shot.
Yeah.
You just hit the ball.
Well, I think we've all taken our cues from PGA Tour pros over the years. Yeah. Like, look, they have a lot of money on the line. They're very meticulous with their routines, and some of them are really slow.
Yeah.
But those are the only golfers we watch, so we kind of take our cues from that. The reality is the way Ryan Fox plays as fast as he plays, that should be the norm.
Amen.
And that should be how we all play when we're out playing at Langdon Farms.
Move it along, everybody.
Move it along. Just step
along.
up and hit it. And here is Ryan Fox talking about why he plays fast.
I was always that way as a kid. I see things fast. I was the same when I was playing cricket growing up. I think I played almost every sport growing up. And, tennis, I wanted to hit the ball hard, and cricket, I wanted to hit the ball hard. Everything just happened fast. I was never methodical at anything, to be honest. And it just carried over into golf. And, for me, I don't feel like I need to make sure this comes across right. It's not that difficult to pick a shot and pick a club. I get in there, it all happens quick. It's, you hit. It's always going to be between one or two clubs into a green. I just see the shot quickly, pick a shot quickly, and the less time I have to think about it, the less bad stuff can creep in there.
Ryan, can you think of a golfer that you've played with that's been quicker than you?
I can think of one, maybe, Renato Paratore, back in the day. He used to hit while his name was getting announced on the first tee. He's probably the only one that did it. I played with Scotty Scheffler earlier in the year, and I can't work out if this was a burn or a compliment. We played at Phoenix, and we're in a 3-ball on Saturday, and we walk off the 9th tee, and he goes, "Foxy," he goes, "it doesn't even feel like you're in the group. It just feels like we're playing in a 2-ball. You hit it so fast, it's just in the air." So you guys can tell me if it's a burn or a compliment, but it's just always how I've played, and I'm kind of glad I kept that routine down the stretch.
Pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
Because anybody that knows, that has played golf, amateur, professional, or otherwise, when you play your best, you typically are playing the way he plays.
Yeah.
Because you're not thinking. You're just doing. You're just hitting the, like when you play your best in golf, you get in a rhythm.
Yeah.
And you don't really think about much of anything. So the faster you play, not rushed, but the faster you play, the best chance you have to get in a rhythm and then just shut your brain off and just hit it. And that's what he does. And I think that's super cool to see a guy come from behind and win the tournament, especially with several bad breaks, playing that way.
Yeah, and looking like he does. Someone said, yeah, he just looks like all he does is bench press and drink beer. Like we all know that guy. He's kind of got like that thick barrel chest, big arms, and then the pot belly. And
well, you know his background, right? Do you know his background?
No, I just talking about
so
cricket.
his dad is one of the. So he's a Kiwi, obviously.
Yeah.
You can tell by his accent there. His dad is one of the biggest sports stars in New Zealand history. He played for the All Blacks.
Oh.
So,
and if you don't know, the All Blacks is the national team for New Zealand, and it is the biggest thing in New Zealand.
Yeah, look up his dad because he's huge. And Ryan Fox, while he looked like an old potbelly, beer swilling golfer out there, he's probably one of the best athletes out there.
Oh yeah.
And his mom, I think his mom played a sport too. But his dad is like Tiger Woods over there of rugby.
I didn't know. I had no idea. And now, I didn't know if they misspoke on this or what. Did he hit a 300-yard 6-iron?
What hole?
It would have been on the bat. It would have been somewhere around.
Those guys were there. I don't know if he did, but there were guys hitting. They were downwind.
I think he hit. I was watching. I was on the couch, and it was kind of one of those where I was up. I was moving around a little bit, and then he hit it, and I think that someone was like, oh my God, what a bad break! That's a 320-yard 6-iron, and I was like, I wanted to can I rewind that? Did you just hit a 6-iron 320?
I think they were all doing that.
Yeah,
because they were getting the roll, and they were downwind.
Yeah, so
it was just kind of one of those holes, but. Take note, Goobers. Play faster.
Yes.
Ryan Fox is my new hero. Yeah. Love that guy.
Move it along.
And,
he's the anti-Wyndham Clark.
Yeah.
What if they played together?
Yeah, Wyndham's slow.
Who would?
Well, Fox, they asked Fox, they said, listen, you're out on the PGA Tour. All these guys take their time.
Yeah.
How do you handle that? And he's like, dude, I learned a long time ago to let it go. Because if I don't, I'll just be bothered.
That makes sense.
So.
Yeah. I have a buddy of mine that plays very fast, and he's very concerned about pace of play at his club. And if you think you're playing fast, and he'll give you one, hey buddy, come on, we got to speed it up. He is a pace of play guy, and it's.
I'm kind of that way too. I won't be vocal about it.
Yeah.
But I will certainly. Yeah.
You'll let people
if
know.
You're lagging, you will find me up at the green while you're still back there.
Here we go.
Take a hint.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hit your shots.
Pick it up. 5-hour round, not in the Isaac Robb game plan.
No. There's a country club I played recently. They will send you a letter if your group, doesn't matter who's the culprit, if your group does not finish in 4 hours and 15 minutes, you get a letter.
Right.
And if it happens again, I don't know what they do to you. Maybe
they flog you.
Yeah, maybe you get drawn and quartered.
I would tell you what, I would rather be forced to play fast than to play slow. I am so with you.
100%.
Because honestly, like, especially like, I'm not very good. So like, if I'm playing with people that are fast and it's not going great for me, I'll just pick up and be like, oh, we're moving along. I think it is incumbent upon you to play with the fastest guy. If someone is setting the pace for you, keep up with him, or the best player. Let's go.
I remember playing one. The only time I've had trouble with this is I played at a club in Palm Springs once.
Yeah.
And dude, and we were on vacation, so that changes things a little bit.
Sure, you're in a little
like
more of a relaxed mode.
Yeah, you want to enjoy the round. It's not like we play slow.
Yeah.
Because we don't. We don't play slow. But we had these olds, like the olds at the club, it was almost more important to them to just finish and get in for lunch than actually playing golf.
Well, I mean,
and they would just ride your ass and stand in the fairway, hands on hips, like, and we were not slow. It's like, oh my God. I felt really rushed.
Hey, lunch is a big deal.
But that's the only time that's ever happened.
And that is like, if you're playing at a nice course that you paid a couple $100 for, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take my effing time.
Well,
like,
people do have that attitude.
Yeah. I mean, there was a little bit of that. Like, if I go down and I'm and like you're playing at a really nice course where you're paying $300, $400, $500, you are not going to bully me into not enjoying my round. I don't care. I paid $500. I'm going to spend as much time on this course as now. You want to play through? Be my guest. But I am not going to rush through my $500 round because of you.
You know who has that problem?
What?
Pebble Beach.
Pebble, I bet.
Because you get to 6
You're taking
6 through 10. Oh, yeah. Everybody's taking photos. And they know it. So they handle it really well. But, yeah, it's...
Shouldn't that be an expectation, though? If you go to Pebble, you cannot expect to have an efficient, quick round.
Oh, God, no. You'll play... And I remember talking to the marshal about it when I was there. And he was like, dude, we just try to get you moving as best you can, but otherwise you're playing five and a half out here.
Well, Pacific's got a little bit of that. Like if you go down to Bandon, you may play a little slower. You're playing at Pacific. There's going to be some times where I'm not going to be upset if you're taking a couple minutes to stop and take some photos. Again, you're down there with your buddies. Maybe it's the only time you've ever played down there. And some of those views on Pacific are some of the best views you'll ever have on a golf course. I get it. Take some photos.
Well, Ryan Fox,
you're the man.
We love you. You are the man.
Probably never hear from you again. But for that Sunday, I was 100% on Team Fox.
I was kind of pulling for Burns, too.
Were you?
Yeah, I like him. And poor guy, he just can't get over the hump.
Can't do it.
But, all right, Ryan Clark out, and now we know why. Next. So Ryan Clark got fired by ESPN.
Apparently while on air.
Oh, yeah?
You see that?
No.
So he was doing, is it NFL Live that he was doing this morning? And I guess like mid-show, someone told him or the news broke and he saw it on his phone, but he found out live on air that he was being fired.
Ooh, that's tough.
And he did not finish the show. He walked off set.
Well, would you?
No.
What if you found out, like, right now?
Bye.
You're being turfed.
No.
Bye, bitch. I'll handle the club.
Yeah, that's the definition of bye, bitch. Yeah. Like, you're not sticking around for that.
So news broke.
They're lucky he didn't get real awkward on air.
Yeah, because he's a little bit of a fiery fella.
Yes.
News broke on Monday. ESPN cut ties with Ryan Clark. A report from Andrew Marchand of The Athletic on Monday indicated that the relationship between Clark and ESPN executives had soured after an on-air exchange between Clark and his colleague Peter Schrager during a September 5 segment on ESPN's Get Up show. September 5th.
What?
A long time ago.
Yeah, that is a while ago.
During the segment, Clark and Schrager were speaking about performances of star receiver A.J. Brown and CeeDee Lamb following the Eagles' win over the Cowboys in Week 1. Schrager had just finished making a case that Lamb, who had 7 catches for 110 yards in the loss, should be feeling better about his performance than Brown, who only had 1 catch, but they won. And, I remember this.
Yeah, he did the You Never Played.
Yeah, Clark said, quote, "We shouldn't do this on TV, so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player in you."
Yep.
The former Pittsburgh Steeler was implying that because Schrager wasn't a former player, he did not understand that the team's result is more important than individual performances.
Yeah.
But then Schrager told him to stop and got pissed.
I remember that.
He said, "Don't belittle me like that."
I'm just surprised that it took that long. They didn't let his contract run out. So if that happened September 5th, why are you firing him on July 20th?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then look, I'm not a Ryan Clark guy. I think he does the race baiting thing. I'm just not a Ryan Clark guy. I think he's a fine analyst, but I think he wants to be Stephen A. Smith. He wants to be controversial. He's trying to build a brand, and I think it comes off as a try-hardy. So I'm not a Clark guy. That being said, there's a right and a wrong way to do something. And my God, letting the guy know on air, that's ridiculous. That's just poor form. There's a right way and a wrong way to do things, and that's poor form.
Yeah. Well, we hardly knew ye, Ryan Clark.
But unfortunately now Ryan Clark is going to relaunch and he'll have some jackass. Who is it? Emmanuel Acho or whatever. He'll be doing one of those douchey podcasts and he'll make a lot of outlandish statements and he'll do the I played, you didn't. He's one of those guys,
those guys, it's so funny. You're so right that's what's going to happen. I mean, although he had a long career, he doesn't need to be in media.
No.
If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to.
No, he does not.
Some guys need it, but
no, Ryan Clark's doing just fine.
It's always funny, those podcasts or whatever, I don't listen to any of them.
No.
They all may be good, maybe bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it always seems like they're always doing so much better not being on the network, yet I know for a fact none of those make any money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's just performative.
Yes.
It's for the host.
Yes. It gives them a chance to say dumb crap and then you're trying to go viral. And
so it's like if you and I got turf tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe, hopefully so. I don't know. What can I say? If you and I got turf tomorrow.
Yeah.
If we did a podcast, which would be the logical thing to do, right?
Yes.
See if our audience will follow us to more unfiltered.
And a lot of people have success with. A lot of people have success with that.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we did that,
yes,
we better be making money, or I'm not doing it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like I don't even know if it's a worthwhile endeavor.
There are so many people that launch those and they don't last very long because someone realizes after a certain point of time, I'm doing a lot of work. There's a lot of effort that goes into this and there's no money. So it's a tough uphill slog, I should say. It's such a crowded space. It's really hard to carve out a niche. And sometimes some of those guys have to work for years and years not making a dime before they ever make it profitable.
Well, not only that, but just the lack of awareness to put out a podcast that's not any good.
Yeah.
But because you think you're someone.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird space.
A lot of people think that your name is enough to get people to tune in. It's like when Joy Taylor gets fired,
Well,
and then
it's
Joy
not.
Joy Taylor's like, "Well, I'll start a podcast." My God, when's the last time you heard that?
Yeah. All right. Well, R.I.P. Ryan Clark. I won't miss thee.
Nor will I.
Way too high tea for me.
Well,
Great player, though.
Great player. Well, he was a very good player. He wasn't a great player, but he was a very good player.
I enjoyed watching him play.
Yes.
I liked his edge.
Yeah.
And that edge, on TV, not my favorite thing. I like the Peter Schrager's and the, who's the other guy? They pulled another NFL Network guy over to ESPN recently. Kyle Brandt.
Yeah.
He's on ESPN now.
Yeah.
I like guys like that.
Yeah. Well, the idea, look, there is some things as an ex-player that you will have access to that other people don't, right? You will have a better understanding of being inside the player psyche and all that. That's 100% true. But because you played does not make you a better football analyst than someone that did not. Just like John Gruden never coached. John Gruden was a bad football player. I was 10 times the football player that John Gruden was. John Gruden has forgotten more about football than I'll ever know. And so it's the de facto thing of the guy that played football and was good at it. And that's the Michael Irvins of the world. Well, I was a great football player, therefore I know more than you. No, you don't. Michael Irvin is ignorant. Michael Irvin is a terrible football analyst, but he was a phenomenal player. And so that's the part, like people give Dan Orlovsky a lot of crap because Dan Orlovsky was not a great football player. Being a great football player doesn't make you a great analyst. Dan Orlovsky doesn't, whatever you think of him, he can be a really smart guy and understand the nuances of the game, and it's because he couldn't necessarily put those together as a player. And so I do hate I was a better player than you, therefore I know more than you. And this is coming from a former player. Now, I wasn't very good, but I played the game. But the idea that somehow so if we're judging my football knowledge based on whether I was better than you as a player, that is the dumbest argument you can make, and far too often players make it.
You know what the other thing too is? The better the player, sometimes the less insightful they are.
Yes.
Because they were just that good.
Yes.
And they don't really even know why. Like, they just were, like you ever listen to Jack Nicklaus?
Yes.
I mean, as an analyst, and he's not they just have him on from time to time in the interview.
He offers nothing.
He doesn't bring any, it's like, I don't know, it's like Tiger Woods, those guys were just so good that they didn't really have to have this major think about the sport that they play.
Or they can't even, they
can't articulate
it.
But then, so it'd be like saying, well, you can only listen to Michael Jordan about basketball.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Jordan's not, I don't know, I've heard him talk about, like, didn't they have him on as like a...
He's done very little. This year they did that one interview with him and they cut it up and it was completely meaningless.
Wasn't that great?
Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard I've ever seen. And Magic Johnson might have been the worst analyst in the history of the NBA. He was brutal. Absolutely brutal. They also say that a lot of times uber talented guys can't coach because they can't understand that everyone isn't them. And the
the Jason Kidd thing.
Yes.
He always said that.
Yeah.
He's like, well, just do what I do.
Yeah.
Well, dude, you're one of the best point guards of all time. I can't do what you do.
No.
Teach me.
Doesn't work that way. So
here's a text that says, if you're really good at math, you should never teach math. Same thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't know that.
Well, there's a great line in Good Will Hunting where you've seen Good Will Hunting, I'm assuming.
Oh, it's been years, but yes.
But anyway, he's a genius, right? The guy's a math genius, smartest guy in the world. And his girlfriend, who's also very smart, she's going to be a doctor. She's a Harvard doc. And she says, I want you to explain to me how you do what you do. And he says, I don't know how to describe it other than this. I can't hit a ball out of Fenway Park, right? I can't write you a song. But when Mozart sat down at a piano, it made sense. When Ted Williams, whatever, got a bat in his hand, it made sense. And he said, when it comes to math and I look at something, it just makes sense. He is just he has a different ability, and you can't explain that to someone. And athletes are like that. There are just certain athletes. Wayne Gretzky might be the greatest athlete in one particular sport of all time. I think he's terrible. How does Wayne Gretzky explain what made Wayne Gretzky great? You can't, because there was something in him that no one else in the history of the game had, and you can't articulate that. When Wayne was on the ice, he just saw it differently. It made sense to him in a way that it makes sense to no one else.
Kind of like you in sports talk radio.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No.
Same thing.
All right, well, let's get to the club. When you buy a house and find a bunch of deads.
Ooh.
Next.
McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, former Blazer Matisse Thybulle is on the move to Los Angeles. The free agent forward has agreed to a one-year, $3.3 million deal with the Lakers. Thibault averaged 6 points and 2 steals on 40% three-point shooting in 30 games for Portland last season. Michigan announced today athletic director Ward Manuel will step down at the end of the calendar year. Manuel was the AD for 10 years, including a national championship in football and men's basketball, but also involved the NCAA investigations surrounding assistant football coaches and the 2025 firing of football coach Sharon Moore. And in the NFL, the Packers and defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt agreed to a 3-year, $57 million contract extension with a $20 million signing bonus. Wyatt had 101 tackles and 16 sacks through his first 4 seasons in Green Bay and only played 10 games last season due to injury. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fans.
Alcoholics, you know it. Everybody else knows it.
What's up?
Suh.
Watching Dodgers Phillies. Time to get back into baseball.
Well, there's nothing else happening. I'm watching the Oklahoma City Spark at the Carolina Blaze. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I was gonna what is that?
I think they've been running a lot of
What is that?
the softball league lately.
It's softball?
Yeah, the women have a professional softball league.
Oh.
We have a team, by the way.
We do?
We do.
What's their name?
Portland Cascade.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where do they play?
I think at the old Hop Stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Hillsborough Ballpark.
Yeah, the old one, not the new one.
Yeah,
not the old.
They wouldn't let them play the new one.
No.
They're just women. They have to play at the old one.
Nice try, broads. Go over there and play your little slow pitch. Yeah, so that's been popping up on ESPN a bunch. I think that's what this is.
Athletes Unlimited Softball League.
Yeah.
Cool. I like softball. Softball's a cool sport.
I do too. Women's softball, the NCAA tournament, always ropes me in. But I just found that out. I think you may have been gone. Because I was doing In the News. It was a while back, and they had their opening night. I think this is like their second. I think it's like their second season.
I missed it.
And in the first season, they did the UFL thing. They played at one stadium. And
all the teams.
All the teams, even though we had a Portland team, it never played in Portland. And now I think they're actually doing the cities.
Looking up the standings here.
And yes, that would be it. So they have the Chicago Bandits, the Carolina Blaze, the Portland Cascade, Oklahoma City Spark, Utah Talons, and the Texas Volts.
We are in third place of 6.
Okay.
14 and 11.
So right in the meaty part of the bell curve.
2 games back of those nasty Talons.
Those damn Utah Talons.
16 and 9.
Tired of Utah getting the best of us. Come on.
Oh, no kidding.
Defending champion Talons.
The Talons defending champs? Dominant.
Dude, they got...
Do they have Jenny Finch?
I think she's probably like my age.
Well, it's the only softball player I could name.
Yeah, she's old.
Name another softball player. Anyone.
The king, that guy that was the king in the court. Remember that guy?
No.
Fast Eddie, was it Felcher? Fincher? There was a guy that he was called the king, and it was the king in his court, and they would go around and play.
I can name one.
What?
Jessica Mendoza.
Yeah, she was the pitcher.
Yeah. So was Finch, I think.
Yes, they both were. But
and that would be the extent of my softball knowledge.
Every year in the NCAA, though, there's always one badass player. Like Oklahoma had that gal the last couple years that was like the
I thought
best.
it was Texas Tech.
No, she played for Oklahoma, and she was like,
Oh.
she was the machine.
Hey, how was the Chris Stapleton show?
That's fine. Chris Stapleton is he's a real talented singer. It's just it's not much of a show.
Yeah,
he just plays.
It's interesting. He played at Providence Park.
Yeah.
I think that's the last one of the summer.
It's the only one of
It's
the
the only
summer.
one they did this
Yeah,
summer?
and it's just a bummer because
They couldn't get another one in there?
I don't know what all the rigmarole like between the Timbers and dates and all that, but that is the best venue we have for concerts in our area. I saw last year, I went and saw Green Day there and Foo Fighters, and that is by far the best place to see a concert in the Portland area. And this year we had one show. Although, you know what? Jelly Roll may have come. Jelly Roll and Post Malone, so I think we had two.
Oh, Post Malone. Yeah, that's right. Was that this year?
Yeah, I think that was this year. And I didn't go to that one because either one of those like, eh. But yeah, we should have more shows there.
So I haven't been to a show there yet, but I have a controversial take about Chris Stapleton.
Okay.
And you kind of hit on it. I've seen him before.
Yeah.
And he's amazing. He's really good.
Super talented.
Pipes.
Yep.
Guitar. Beard. You know.
Yeah.
And he seems like a pretty cool dude, too. I've seen interviews.
Watch a bunch of interviews with him. He seems about as down to earth as humanly possible.
But do you have a show that everyone loves and it's still good, but you could do without? Because to me, it's Chris Stapleton. So my wife went and got her tickets here through the station.
Yep.
And she went with a friend. And I wasn't invited. But if I were, I would have been like, nah, I like Chris Stapleton. I listen to Chris Stapleton's music.
Yep.
I've seen him before. His show gives me meh vibes.
You're not wrong.
Because, like you said, it's not a show. It's just him singing. It's like, I can go listen to his album. Like, he sings it much like it is on the album.
There's not much difference.
He doesn't move. He just stands there. It leaves me a little to be desired.
No. I can't
Do you have a show like that? Somebody that...
yeah.
Somebody that you like.
Okay, this was mine because I love this person. I love him. It's one of my all-time favorite country acts.
Oh, Sweet Willie.
Well...
Is that where you're going?
No, because he's just old. Because back in the day, I used to really like seeing Willie Nelson. Now you just can't. But I love Alan Jackson.
Oh.
Alan Jackson is hit after hit after hit. And I went and saw Alan Jackson. This was he doesn't perform anymore. He's got like a nerve condition.
The Chattahoochee.
Yeah. I went and saw Alan Jackson, and it was Chris Stapleton. He just...
Really?
Microphone, Alan Jackson, sounds exactly like Alan Jackson, and it's fine. But I love live music is my favorite thing to go to. I would pick a concert over a sporting event anytime. And most of the bands that I like or artists, I would always choose live over the album. That's one of the reasons why they're my favorites. They're better live than they are. If I ever listen to Pearl Jam, Metallica, Foo Fighters, I will always listen to live concerts as opposed to album cuts. And Alan Jackson, who I love, there's no difference. It's just, you might as well have a recording of Alan Jackson on the stage and just listen to it.
That's kind of how I felt about Stapleton.
Yes, and it's very similar. There's not
I hate to say that.
Yeah.
By the way, the Post Malone show was last year.
Okay.
That was last June.
Okay, so I think then Stapleton might have been the only concert at Providence this year, which is a shame.
That is a shame.
You should put more big acts because we can't get the really big acts. One, Motor Center doesn't hold enough, and it's a dump, and no one wants to be there because it's hard to get your stuff in and out. And Providence is just such a better venue for that. And it's
Could we get a top 35 touring act in there?
You got the Foo, and that's...
I have a list of the top 35 touring in 2026.
Yeah. So that's this year. You'd have,
Yeah. Do you think we could get any of it? Because Teddy Swims is on here. He's number 11. He played at Edgefield.
Yeah, you get Teddy Swims, 100%. But
I don't even think you want Teddy Swims at Providence Park.
He's not big enough to fill that.
Yeah, but he's the 11th biggest tour right now.
You're not getting. I mean that's not enough. But you're not going to get Beyonce and like Jay-Z and people like that. You're not going to get that.
You want to know who's number one?
What you got?
You want to guess?
Number one.
By the way, Billy Idol is 17th.
Yeah, dude. Those.
Hell, I have to expect to see him at A.
What are the nostalgia acts are big time right now?
Yeah, Foo is 19th on here. Yeah. Modest Mouse 18. They're playing.
I have not figured that.
I know. I think they're playing downtown at the.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Couldn't
Just the square. Pioneer
Courthouse Square.
I think they're playing there pretty soon.
By the way, if you ever get a chance to go see a show there, it's really cool. I saw Ben Harper there last summer or maybe the summer before, and I love Ben Harper. One of the cool, because it's so small and intimate, that was really stinking cool.
It's Ariana Grande.
Oh, she's a huge deal.
She's number one.
Yeah.
Passion Pit? What?
I mean, I think you could get. I mean,
you can get most of these.
I think you can get most of them.
Like 35 is Santana and the Dubes.
Yeah.
They come all the time, don't they?
Yeah, they're around all the time.
Shakira, 34.
Yeah, I don't know if you're getting her.
The Strokes, Madison Beer.
Well, I know like when you like the U2s and like Kenny Chesney, Metallica, Taylor Swift, they'll only play football stadiums because you're going to play a place where you can get 65 or 75,000 people. You're not going to play. I don't know how many Providence seats for a show. I'm guessing you can get probably 25 or 30 in there, and that's just not going to be enough for. Might be enough for those guys.
Well, some of them aren't on here because they're not touring this summer.
Yeah.
So Grande is number one. Number two is Olivia Dean, and I've never even heard of her. That makes me feel old.
Don't know.
3 is Jay-Z.
Yeah,
not getting him.
You're not getting him.
Bruno's not doing it.
Nope.
He's 4. And then Daniel Caesar is 5. And I don't know who that is.
So the top grossing of 2025, so last year, Coldplay,
no.
Beyonce,
no.
Kendrick,
no.
Weekend,
no.
Shakira,
no.
Chesney. Yeah, you're not.
No.
Those are beyond you. But the fact that we got.
Could we get Ed Sheeran to play there?
Probably not.
No.
Ed's
too big.
Ed's a big deal. Again,
Harry Styles.
Probably not.
Damn.
Because like the crappy part is all those big acts pass us over because we don't have a football stadium or a baseball stadium. So they'll go to Seattle. But more and more acts are skipping Moda to go play at the freaking Tacoma Dome.
Are they really?
Yes.
Damn it. Is that because the Moda sucks?
It sucks. Yes. It's viewed as a crappy venue. Apparently we don't sell tickets very well. And getting in and out is a logistical nightmare, and people don't want to deal with it. So this is the other thing about like renovating the Moda Center. We're losing out on the better acts that are skipping over us. If you look the last couple of years, we don't get the big shows. And we're not even getting some of the mid-level shows because they're choosing to go to other markets.
Bon Jovi's on here. You want to go see them at Prov Park?
I don't think you're getting them either. Bon Jovi is a massive tour.
Looks like their tour is ending next week.
Yeah.
Aww. My God, they went on a 17-day tour.
Really?
I guess they're old.
Yeah. And probably make so much money at each stop it doesn't matter. Also have a little inside information on John Bon Jovi that he doesn't have to tour a lot because he takes all the money.
Oh, the other guys don't want to play with him?
No, he just pays everybody. It is not a true, I was just having this conversation. I guess Bon Jovi has an interesting pay scale. John gets all the money and then he distributes the money to others. There's no yeah.
It's like this show.
Yeah.
Me getting all the money and just.
Yes.
I thought you were pretty good this week, Sook. Here's a little extra.
Yeah. Most of the time you have a band like that, there's a reasonable split, and I guess with Bon Jovi it is not.
So they're playing Wembley.
Yeah.
And by the way, they're doing 3 shows at Wembley.
And I'm guessing that
over the Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't playing Providence Park.
No, they are not.
They're playing Madison Square Garden and Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
God.
He makes.
Do you think that's a good show?
He's look.
I don't know.
I'm not. That's not for me. But he is still and I say he, they, Tim.
Them,
they are still a massively popular act.
Well, I obviously, I don't know.
It's not for me.
I don't know that I'd want to go see them.
No. This is my point. Like Zach Bryan, who's a big deal in country music. Again, not my cup of tea. I wouldn't go see him, but very popular. He's playing Otson. Like we're getting skipped over for Eugene. Like we just don't.
Damn it.
We just don't have it.
Well, we got Prov.
We got
so
Providence.
we got the Foos and Green Day. That's pretty good.
And that was a big.
So we've lost our momentum.
It feels that way because we had Foo,
Post
Malone,
Green Day,
and now this year I think
Chris
the only
Stapleton.
and no Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh yeah.
And
But
then
weren't they with Green Day?
Oh yeah, they were with Green Day. Never mind. So we've only had a couple shows, and then this year I think the only one we had was Chris Stapleton. And no offense to Chris Stapleton, but that was like that's a downgrade.
Was it packed?
No.
That's too bad.
Man, it was.
No.
There were people. I mean, it wasn't.
Wait, there were people there?
Look, it was a good crowd. It was not Green Day and the Foo. It was not.
I did not see the World Cup halftime show. Did you?
Everyone S all over it. They didn't show all of it yet, but you can find it elsewhere, and everyone is universally taking a giant dump on it.
So it was Madonna?
Well, it was a bunch of people. It was Madonna, it was Shakira, the Biebs, who was shirtless again.
Biebs.
BTS.
Yeah.
Oh, BTS was up there.
Yeah. They brought out everybody.
Did you see it?
I did not watch it.
They didn't show a bunch of it.
Good.
I believe the full show is on YouTube. if
Yeah,
wanna look
you
it
can
up.
go see the whole thing. I guess Biebs took his shirt off and then sang some sort of weird sad song, and people were like, what?
Well, he's a sad fella.
Well, you can't go to the World Cup and then sing shirtless
that's
and
his
like
art.
melancholy.
That's his art.
Like REM reunites for Everybody Hurts in the middle of the
hey,
middle of the game. Everybody hurt.
Are they
that
touring?
song makes you want to kill yourself.
I'll tell you what, if REM came, I'd see him.
They're retired, but
I know.
I think they had I think one of the guys got like brain cancer and they shut it down. John Bon Jovi ain't shutting down because a band member gets cancer. I
Wow.
can assure you of that.
Did you know that Michael Stipe and Peter Buck sometimes perform intimate shows in their hometown of Athens, Georgia?
That's pretty cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be
You're
cool.
just sitting in a bar and
Yeah.
in walks Michael Stipe and Peter jumps up there with him.
That would be awesome.
God, that'd be awesome.
I never saw REM, but I would have liked to have seen that. That's another one. When you look at like their greatest hits, those guys got bangers.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
They were good.
For a period of time.
Yeah.
All right, when you buy a house and find dead people. Next.
Now, here's a quick look.
McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, former Blazer Matisse Thybulle is on the move to Los Angeles. The free agent forward has agreed to a one-year, $3.3 million deal with the Lakers. Thybulle averaged 6 points and 2 steals on 40% three-point shooting in 30 games for Portland last season. Michigan announced today athletic director Ward Manuel will step down at the end of the calendar year. Manuel was the AD for 10 years, including a national championship in football and men's basketball, but also involved the NCAA investigations surrounding assistant football coaches and the 2025 firing of football coach Sharon Moore. And in the NFL, the Packers and defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt agreed to a 3-year, $57 million contract extension with a $20 million signing bonus. Wyatt had 101 tackles and 16 sacks through his first 4 seasons in Green Bay, but only played 10 games last season due to injury. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom, call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan Sports Network.
Destroy the toilets, things of that nature. Years ago, we were looking at a couple foreclosed homes up in the center when we lived there. And boy, I'll tell you what, you're going to give that thing back to the bank. There's a lot of people that are like, fine, take this.
And they let you tour it?
Yeah.
You got to see it?
I got to see it.
Yeah, so this story is from Connecticut, Newington, Connecticut. And this guy named Ed.
Old Ed.
Purchased a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home for $525,000. It was 2,800 square feet, sits on more than 2 acres, and comes with a hot tub, patio, and deck.
Sounds tease.
It does. I see it here. It's, yeah, a little dated, but...
Okay.
It seemed like a steal, especially because the median listing price there is like $700,000.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only reason you'd buy any of these things. And some people do buy them sight unseen because it's just such a,
Well, yeah. That's what
deal.
this was. It just went to auction. So the people that owned it, they foreclosed on them. They didn't pay their mortgage.
Yeah.
And no one was in the home. It just gets slapped with the foreclosure deal, and then they put it up for auction down the road. And so this guy bought it. He rolls in there, and he finds 3 deads.
Oh my God!
In the basement.
Now, was this natural causes, or was this like more nefarious?
Oh no!
Well, okay. So one of the guys was 22. So these are the deads.
Okay.
Brian Cash, 22. Sally Ann Cash, 54.
Oh boy.
And Sally Ann's husband, they think the third one was Sally Ann's husband, Paul Cash. They're investigating, I would imagine, because one of them is 22 and the other, there was probably some sort of...
Murder-suicide?
Yeah, maybe.
Sort of thing?
Sure.
That's some bad juju.
They were the previous owners. So they stopped paying their mortgage, they said, in 2024.
Yeah.
In December of 2024. Nobody went in there. They foreclosed on him, put it up for auction. The guy buys it. He's strolling through his new digs like, wow, what a steal. Oh, my God, there are 3 dead people.
Oh, my God.
Can you imagine that? And then what? What do you do with the house?
Well,
do you keep it?
Yeah, I keep it.
You clean it up? Keep it?
I mean, look, we've talked about this. Some deads are not going to keep me from a house.
What if it was a terrible murder?
Well, they're not coming back. All right, here's my thing.
Well,
as long as the person who had done the murdering was also dead, I don't want to get into a Halloween Michael Myers situation where that dude's going to come back a year from now and like try to recreate.
You wouldn't think about that every time you were down there?
Well, don't go down there. I don't know.
It was it was a furnished basement.
Well, I don't know.
They were hanging out.
Make that the kids' room. I don't.
Oh my God.
Look, at some point, someone has died in your house. Oh my God. You don't have, how old, when was your house built?
This current house?
Yeah.
90s, early 90s.
Okay, so maybe not yours, but...
Doesn't work for your argument, does it?
Most of us, I mean, the power lesbians that live next door to me, my dad died in that home.
Well, we had someone die in our old home.
Yeah.
But it was a family member. Like, that's different. When you just buy a house and there's just dead people in it, I don't know, man.
Look, I'm not saying I'd be excited about dead people in my house, but you have to know going in that when you are buying a foreclosed home, you're getting it warts and all. And yes, you're buying a foreclosed home, you have to be prepared for some picadillos. And I think one of those things is there may be a dead body or two. In this case, 3.
So they're also saying this. Now, get this. The discovery of their bodies has called into question the legitimacy of the foreclosure proceedings against them.
Interesting.
So if they were dead, so it says if they were already dead when the home was foreclosed upon, the foreclosure would be considered defective and the house goes to their family.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So you can't default on a home because you're dead?
No, you can. It's just that the house would go to their family, but payments would also go to the family. So they had a mortgage. So the bank just wants to get its cookie.
Yeah.
So if they were dead before the foreclosure, they are now going after whoever the cash family heirs are for the debt.
I'll be damned. I don't know how to make.
But I would imagine that the family would just sell the house and then pay off the debt. But or just live in it and take over the mortgage. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, though, would you be? Which is weirder. See, here's my thing. Stranger dead, I think I'm okay with. Family dead, weird.
See, I think the other way.
Really?
Well, like I said, we had a family member die in our house.
No. This is not normal deaths.
Didn't kill her.
3 people are dead. One of those 3 sons of bitches, my guess is the 22-year-old killed the other 2. So, if you told me I had to move into a home and then there's some deads, I'd be like, whatever. I didn't know these people. But if you're telling me that my sister murdered family members, and then I have to go live in that murder house, that's an entirely different ballgame.
So just because you know the sister, what if they find out that Brian, the 22-year-old, did murder them? So that's you're not related to him.
Yeah,
but it's the same event.
It's not the same.
The same thing happened.
Nah,
the murder happened.
Family murder different than stranger murder. I don't know these people. You know what I do is I get a deep clean in there. I get Stanley steamer in there. We go do some power washing, and then I don't know. We sage something, and murder is not going to stop me within reason. Within reason. Now I don't want
so bloody corpses.
Well, again. We don't know the nature of the death.
What if it was just the most horrific thing ever?
Yeah, that might be a little tough.
So it matters how it happened.
Yeah, there's levels to this. Yeah. Now I'm trying to think. It's not even necessarily the number. So the Heaven's Gate cult, that was 20 people, which is bad. But they all died peacefully in their Nike running shoes with blankets over the top of them. I think I'd be more inclined to take that cult to death house as opposed to 2 bloody murders. It's all circumstantial to me.
Here are a couple of
family murder way different than someone dying peacefully. I just tend to agree that way.
Here are a couple of other discoveries upon someone buying a home.
Yeah.
In November of 2022, an investor bought a foreclosed house sight unseen at an auction in Ohio. When walking through the home for the first time, he went into the basement and discovered the decomposing remains of the 71-year-old former owner.
Yeah, that's rough.
Nina.
Yeah, that's rough.
She passed away unnoticed after losing her home, and state disclosure laws do not require the auctioning entity to inspect or report deaths with property. So same thing there.
I'm guessing this happens more often than we realize.
In 2018, an investor purchased a foreclosed home in Philadelphia, sight unseen. When he entered, he discovered the previous owner, furious about the foreclosure, had intentionally booby-trapped the house, including cutting the main sewer line to drain directly into the basement walls. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Pouring quick-setting concrete down all the toilet bowls and drain pipes.
And he was on the hook because he had bought it. Yeah, you never buy anything sight unseen.
And removing the structural load-bearing pillars in the basement, leaving the kitchen floor on the verge of collapse. My God.
I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of impressed at that guy,
That's incredible.
I'm kind of impressed at that guy's fortitude. One of the homes that we looked at that was a foreclosed home, someone had ripped out all the copper piping, all the wiring. They removed, there were no toilets. They removed the fireplace, the mantle. That was ripped out. I mean, it was quite Like they anything that wasn't, I guess, I mean, they ripped into the walls, but if it wasn't like structurally part of the house, that was gone. And I was like, oh my God. And the lady was like, well, it's still a good deal because it was super cheap. And I'm like, that's not such a great deal. Because then you start wondering what else is
yeah.
You know, once you see walls having been torn into, I'm good.
In a less gruesome but highly bizarre case, a buyer purchased a distressed property at an auction without an interior walkthrough. Upon entering, they found that a squatter had completely filled the master bedroom from floor to ceiling with tens of thousands of empty, grease-stained fast food bags, wrappers, and cups.
God, that's so bad.
Listen to this. The structural weight of the trash had actually cracked the floor joists beneath the room.
How
requiring thousands of dollars in emergency structural repair.
Where do you get that much fast food?
McDonald's, dude.
That's a lot of fast food. All right, I'll go one step further.
That's crazy.
How much trash was that?
It said the whole master bedroom.
All right, tell you right now, you give me the choice between fast food garbage. You ever smelled like a fast food dumpster?
Yeah.
You give me the choice between.
Wait, no.
Yeah, if you ever go, like, I had a buddy of mine worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh my God, this is like when I was in high school. Do not go behind a fast food restaurant; you'll vomit. You give me the choice between that bunch of trash that's been stacked up there or a couple dead bodies. Dude, I'll take the dead bodies all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get behind that. Because as a friend of mine said, think about how long. So they were in there long. So the whole foreclosure process is not a short process.
No.
That's probably some pretty. I mean, that's gruesome. What's left in there?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not good.
You know.
I don't know. Death doesn't.
I can clean up McDonald's bags.
Yeah, death doesn't freak me out. Like, I mean, we're all die. I don't know. Once the bodies are gone, and I don't have to get rid of the bodies. I'm not digging holes. I call
but
someone.
Don't they say like when somebody's decomposing like that, like they?
It's not. Yeah,
they melt into like the carpet and stuff.
Well, okay, so I got to put some new carpet down there.
God.
I'm gonna do some. I understand that room, and it's the basement. I'm not in the basement very much. That just doesn't bother me that much. It just doesn't.
Right.
We get too freaked out by death.
I'm not buying anything sight unseen.
No, I would never buy anything.
Remember that snake house?
Yes.
In Idaho?
Why would anyone? There's not a deal a lot. I mean, I guess at some point, but I mean, this is a deal, but it's still hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, would you buy? Like, I'm amazed at people that buy those cars, like off of like, auction sites, like sight unseen, all that. No. I need to see something, sit behind it, touch it, feel it. I need to poke a body or two. I want to see what's up. Get a stick, poke around, see what happens.
Someone asked if the murder house gets murder tourists.
No, it could be.
I will say there was a murder in Salina. Very, very big story. As a matter of fact, it was like a Dateline type of murder.
Yeah.
Type of thing. And that house became
a huge deal.
Well, yeah. And it was right next to a friend of mine's house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, they have to tear down most murder homes. So
I had trouble going over there.
Yeah, they had to tear down Dahmer's building. The Idaho murder house up in was that Coeur d'Alene? No, it was Moscow.
That was in
Moscow, Idaho. They had to tear that down. So most of the time, you have the murder homes. They tear them down because the tourists. Yeah, people will. It's like a real macabre thing, but it's a big deal. Like, people try to go have sex in them and stuff. It's yep. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole weird sick undercurrent of, what do they call it? Like, they made a show on Netflix about it. It's called like horror tourism, where people want to see where bad juju happens.
What do you think about that, Brandon? Brandon looks disgusted over it.
It all sounds gross. All of it, especially the fast food trash.
Oh.
I had bad flashbacks of when I worked at Taco Bell.
Oh, you were a Taco Bell employee too?
Yeah.
Is that place as disgusting as it seems?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody tweet, how do I know if I have regular Taco Bell diarrhea or the parasite Taco Bell diarrhea?
That's a good question.
How do we know? What's the difference?
Well, I think the term is explosive.
Explosive is the key word.
Oh, you can't get explosive diarrhea from taco smell?
We got into this whole debate this
You sure
weekend
can.
because then we were sitting around and then we were trying to debate what's explosive. And I went with, if you have to clean the toilet after you're done and or get in the shower, that's explosive diarrhea. Regular diarrhea, you flush, wipe, and you're done. That's the difference. We've all had that one where you're like, better break out the toilet brush. Need a bleach wipe here. That is explosive diarrhea. Can you get that from Taco Bell? I'm sure you can. Let's also not act like this is the first time that some sort of parasite or E. coli has come from Taco Bell. I mean, my God, Chipotle every seemingly year has to apologize and give you a BOGO because they got a coli. And that's Chipotle that actually makes real food.
I think that's the whole point. It's like, well, what's the difference? It's Taco Bell. It gives you diarrhea either way.
Yeah. I'd just embrace it.
Although I feel like, if we're really defining explosive, isn't it like forceful propulsion? It's.
That's why I'm saying do you have to, if you hippo it and the bowl needs to be clean because the little water isn't going to take it down, then that's explosive. Yeah. Yes. It's all about force. This guy's saying his wife can see and sense spirits, so I just don't ask anymore. Yeah, that's one of those
What?
No,
she can't.
Exactly. That's my point. You know how many times I've been somewhere where someone's like, oh, this place is haunted? I get this from Ghost Person all the time. You'd go places and you'd last 2 minutes. No, send me to the haunted asylum. I'll sleep the sleep of angels. Because guess what? No one's ever been killed by a ghost. I love all those shows where they're cowering in fear. All right, put me in there. Give me some white noise in the background and I'll sleep like a baby. I'm not scared of anything that's haunted. If someone got murdered in the house, the only thing that would scare me is the murderer still in the house. But if the murderer is dead, I'm fine. His ghost can't come back and kill me. What he can do is get me a great deal on a nice 3-bedroom though, and I'm in the market.
All right. Yeah.
And no offense, but your wife can't see spirits. She's full of crap.
She can't.
No, she can't.
I'd like to talk about that, though. Can we talk about that next?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, the power lesbians next door apparently can see my dead dad.
There's a lot of people that claim that.
I know.
I don't know. Well, and we'll get to it next.
Itsuk, the first thing I'm checking off of the old...
Yeah, so we have the guy who says his wife consents and sees spirits. I don't know why he said that.
Because his wife says that she can. And,
I don't know why did he text that to us?
Because we were talking about the ghosts, and I was saying that people that tell me that places are haunted and that they're spooky, I laugh at them because.
Yeah, but he said that before we talked about any of that. Yeah. That's what prompted you to go on that whole thing.
Oh, well, maybe we're just talking about like murder homes and stuff.
Yes, I don't know why he's saying
that. And so, obviously, if your wife claims she can see spirits, he wouldn't want to live in a murder house.
Yeah, he says, and I just don't ask anymore. I don't know where that came from. But why do people claim this? Like, what is that about?
Well,
explain that to me.
Well, one, if you believe that people can do that, but I think the other one is people want to. People want to believe that,
Well, don't you need like some sort of evidence?
Well, I mean, it's evidence in her mind.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah.
It's like it's like finding meaning in something where there is no meaning because our brains are just wired to see patterns. So it makes us feel better to have a pattern or to like explain something that way.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Why don't we just call it what it is?
I don't know, man. It's like you're getting to a whole thing. My personal belief is, and like I was raised in a church, and the whole point of that church and the whole point of most churches is what happens when you die. The Mormon church probably focuses more on what happens when you die than maybe any other. It's the whole thing, and the family gets to stay together, and we get to have this wonderful world, and you get to, I won't go into all that because some of the stuff's a little out there, but it's like everyone else has it. Brandon's smiling in there. He knows. It's for some people it's going to be it'd be a bridge too far.
Yep.
But I was raised in it, and then as I got older, even when it wasn't really my cup of tea, the one thing I held on to was I always thought that was a beautiful thing. The idea that when you die, you're not dead. Like you're going somewhere, and the people that you loved and the experiences and all that, you all got to be together again. And that notion is really, really powerful to people. And I think for me, that's what, at least for a time period, I kind of held on to. And then eventually I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. Like, we're good. I like Coors. But that allure is so powerful in your mind. And I think people are so afraid of the alternative that they conjure up things about, well, I saw this, and if I saw that, therefore that means this, and that means that I'm right, and that means that when I die, I get to do this, and we have put this all together.
So it's just like any organized religion. It just makes you, if it makes you feel better, that's good.
Yes.
You see spirits, it's like, there's old grandma.
Yes.
All right. That's not grandma, but okay. I'm glad makes you feel better.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
Yeah. We just try to explain things away. I have people in my family that say that. I have people in my family that swear they have seen, in like church, and it's a very church thing, but they claim that they have seen, relatives and loved ones and all that stuff. And I always joke because my family is, I want to be haunted. Like, I've been waiting to be haunted for like 40 years. I'm like, I think it would be sweet. I don't even care. And I guarantee there'll be someone that texts in who's like, you don't want it. Yes, I do. Give me the evil spirit. I don't care. Give me the little girl that rattles the chains in the hallway. I'm all for it. Give me an evil mirror that like scares the hell. I want to be haunted. I want to see that. And then I get the people that are like, well, you want it, therefore you can't see it. There's always an excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone haunt me, please. I don't care who it is.
I'll tell you what.
Give me the haunting.
I'm going to make a pledge to you right now.
Yeah.
When I die.
Yes.
And it will happen.
Yes.
I'm going to haunt you.
Please. If you are able to.
If I am capable of doing it, I am going to haunt your ass.
I would love it.
And you are not going to know what hit you.
It will be amazing. I think the idea of you haunting me would be the greatest thing ever. Like, I come home and all the faucets are on, and I'm like, damn it, Rob.
Well, how would you know it's me?
Because who else is haunting me?
Of course, I did just announce that I was
yes.
going to do it. Damn it.
I always joked that, unfortunately, my wife passed away before me because she was a real private toilet person,
I'm that way, too.
Yeah. So I always told her.
Leave me alone in there, Brandon.
That when I died, there was only one thing and one thing only that I was haunting. The toilet.
Yeah.
And I always thought that would be the scariest place to haunt someone because it's when you're at your most vulnerable. You're in there, you think you're safe, you're in your pants around your ankles, you think it's private, and then all of a sudden you feel the coldness. and the spine tingles a little bit. And then I start messing with that. Like, if I could haunt something, I would haunt a toilet. 100%. And then be like, oh, man. You wouldn't want to use that. Like, don't use that bathroom. Why? Oh, Sook's in there. I just make it stink all the time. You'd always be out of you'd come in and be like a cat was playing with the toilet paper. I'd fog up the mirror. Be great. I think I'd be a great ghost.
You would be. You'd be a menacing ghost.
Yes. I don't think I would. About that. I wouldn't do anything like evil, but
You'd be you would make things uncomfortable for people.
Yeah. Cool. Isn't that the whole point of being a ghost?
I don't know what the point of being a ghost is. Probably because there are no ghosts. There is no point.
Well, the power lesbians next door, when they told me my dad was haunting them, you know what he did? He watched them shower and go to the bathroom.
Yeah. And you were like, well,
to be fair, if my old man was going to haunt someone,